Whoa! Woo! Right.
Woo!
Oh yeah. So no one. There's no one in.
No.
Oh,
What are we
well,
on?
if you've got to go and get a cushion or whatever, Jason,
Yeah.
so that might put your height up to an even 3 foot, I suppose. If you
Yeah.
get one.
Well, either that, you see, I like to sit down like this. I'm slouching.
Well, yeah. Half and have to really sit up.
What are we on? What are we on? What are we on? Are we on YouTube or anything, or just on here?
Well, we're on YouTube, obviously. Like I just said,
I didn't know how you were doing it. I didn't know how you were doing it.
Well, it's either YouTube or Periscope for me. I've not set any. Well, I'm not really on anything else, to be honest. So
fair enough. Okay, give me a second. La 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 la. Oh, have a dashery. Oh, got lights on everywhere again as well. There we go. How's that? Is that better?
Yeah, you're a bit off centre again, though, mate.
Oh, for buggery.
Only a bit.
Hang on. There we go. How's that?
Excellent. That's fine. That's fantastic.
Yay!
Yeah. We've got 4 people watching. And we've got Bearded Geek reviews in the chat. Have you? You might need to get the chat
I'm brought that up. Yeah, I'll do that now.
Dale, how are you, mate?
Hey.
I don't know if we should be being nice to Dale anymore since he told us what his job is.
Yeah.
I'm naturally predisposed to despise people like no, I can't do. Dale's a legend. He got me 2 brilliant pops in Secret Santa. So
yeah. Oh man, right.
We are on YouTube indeed, Dale. Yep.
Right, I'll just get the pop-up chat ready. Don't know what I've got that tune in my head for.
That was a tune, was it?
Yeah,
it didn't sound like any tune to me.
That one.
That's
Rhubarb and Custard.
Yeah.
There you go. Right, hang on. Let me pop out chat.
I don't think you've seen it yet, Dale.
Right. Is he saying something about a weasel or something?
I've seen it.
Yeah. It's a bit difficult for me to read because of my sight, obviously.
Right, okay, all right.
Weasel fiddler. Okay,
well,
fair enough.
What you won't see can't hurt you then. That's what I think.
Ropey weasel stove sniffer.
Well, yeah, thanks for being honest with us, mate. Yeah. I mean, I was just guessing with the weasel fiddling, but it sounds like you're into all sorts, really.
Right, yeah, so where's that bloody gone again? There we go. So I've got about 50 different windows up. I've got to get rid of them. There we go. That's better.
So, Dale says, I'm glad you stopped then. Oh, he stopped with his listing of what kind of rodents he likes to fornicate with. Yeah.
At least it's not that felching thing that was around a few years back on YouTube. You heard about that one?
No.
There was an American. You didn't see anything, thank God, but there was a bloke doing a news report. And it was about somebody who'd been doing a bit of felching with the old gerbils.
Yeah, yes. This is great, isn't it? Like 5 minutes into our stream, and this is what we're talking about.
All I would say is that they got admitted to hospital with burns.
Right, okay.
I'll leave it there. No, but it was a genuine thing, and then the newscaster was creasing up laughing. He thought it was hilarious.
Hello, Craig Bell. Hi, mate. You all right?
Hey, Craig. Hello, mate. How you doing?
How you doing? Oh. So, what we've got to talk about tonight, obviously, is all this brilliant Avon that I've been getting. I've got some really great makeup kits that I just want you to sit and listen to.
Yeah.
Well, I know how much you're into that sort of thing, Jason. So I thought I'd buy
Mm.
some specially and then review them live for you.
And then I'll just sit there going,
Yeah, I'm very well, thank you, Craig. Oh yeah, Richard. Yeah, that was like an old urban legend, weren't it, Dale? Where everyone always said that Richard Gere was into shoving gerbils up his backside.
I don't know about
Yeah.
that. Not that I want to know, mind you, but there you are.
Yeah. I mean, I always found Richard Gere to be like quite boring, really. So I wish in a way that story were true because it just make him a little bit more interesting to me.
It does a little bit, yeah.
Although the one film of his I like, I don't know if you've seen it, is a film called Unfaithful. It's got Diane Lane in it.
No.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, she has an affair with someone, and put it this way, yeah, I wouldn't be long in having a shot on that if I were in that film. Oh, Funky UK guys here. Hi, Steve. You all right, mate?
Hey.
Thanks for coming in. Nice to see you. You've not done a live show for a little while, have you, Funko UK guy? You got any on the horizon at all?
Just maybe.
Jason, of course, just likes to piggyback on other people's, be it myself, Avon, Colin, or actually, I don't really know if you've done any with anyone else.
Yeah, I should start doing live streams again.
I've never seen Pretty Woman, Dale. Never seen it.
Parlour Cat, probably. If just Richard Gere, isn't it?
Well, it's a romantic comedy. I don't really like them that much as a genre. There's the odd one or two that I think's all right. I like Unfaithful though because it's like a thriller. It's like I wouldn't call it too erotic. It's not sort of, you don't see sort of naked bodies particularly.
Yeah.
I mean, you see a bit of naked flesh, but
his main one was Officer and a Gentleman, wasn't it? That was him.
Yeah, I've not seen that either. I remember the scene in it where he sort of carries somebody, but that's all I know about that. No. Craig says, "Did either of you check out Masked Singer? You think the duck might be Skin or whoever named Skunk and Nancy or Mel C?" Oh, well, if it's Skunk and Nancy, Jason Clow's the man to talk to because he's a massive fan. Funky UK guy, haven't done one for about 2 weeks.
I don't know what this is about, Craig.
Oh, we've got Mrs. Geek in. Hello, Mrs. Geek. We've got we've got the Geek family in, Mr. Geek and Mrs. Geek. Hello, nice to see you, Kelly. I've not spoken to you before, but lovely to see you.
Family Geek, excellent.
And Mrs. Geek has a gerbil as well.
Sorry?
No, not for anything rude. She just wants to pet you, pervert. My channel gets closed down because of this, Jason. You know I'm blaming, don't you?
It's considering we going on about gerbils not 5 minutes ago in a very different manner.
Why didn't you brought them up about like felting with rodents?
Once. The thing is, I say anything once, and it'll just like people go, "Oh yeah," and this, "Oh, Richard Gere did this," and "Oh, this person did that," and this person did the other, and I like mention it once, and I get blamed for it.
You're just so blamable, Jason. I don't know what it is. It's
got that kind of face.
Anything that goes wrong in my life now, I try and trace it back to you somehow. It just seems to make more sense that way. Like,
fair enough. I suppose somebody's got to be to blame, haven't they?
Well, yeah. It might as well be you. I mean,
just see what Craig's saying again. Sorry, me going off camera. I have to do this to look at the screen.
Yeah, looking forward to another live show from Funko UK guys. Certainly, they're always a lot of fun. I always like Steve's because he always makes sure he answers everyone's comments. He like has to scroll back after a while, and he makes sure no one's left. Whereas me, I do it. I think I'm kind of like online dyslexic in a way. I kind of read comments in the wrong order.
Yeah.
I'm always doing that. Like when we do the wrestling shows, it's like I read the newest one and then it suddenly remember, oh wait, I've got a couple above it that I should have read first.
Yeah, and then it ends up making actually more sense than what it did before.
Well,
you go, oh,
yeah,
what's that got to do with anything?
yeah.
Yeah.
But Funko-wise, I don't know if there's an awful lot of news to talk about as such. I think I know London Toy Fair's coming up again soon, isn't it? God, it doesn't seem 5 minutes since the last one, and it would have been like what, nearly a year ago. Don't time fly? Oh
Indeed.
God, we're all getting old and dying off quickly, aren't we? Yeah.
Yeah, because they did exclusives last time, didn't they? Little pops and that, I believe.
I just got excited. I think it was at the London Fair where they announced all the Office Pops.
Yeah, maybe that was it.
UK guy asks Sam getting on with Patreon. Yeah, it's great. I'm on. I've got 12 patrons at the moment. I'm hoping to do a little bit of a push for it this month with a Patreon only giveaway that I'm advertising more to the general public. It's still a patron only giveaway in that you can only enter it if you're a patron. But this is one that I'm going to plug to non-patrons in the hope that they might join up. But yeah, you've got a nice little community, and all the money that I've received, I've just ploughed back into giveaway prizes. Really, I mean, Jason can obviously speak for that because he's a patron.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I've held three. I might have held 4 patron giveaways by now. That's quite a lot.
At least 3.
Yeah,
at least 3. I would have said.
Hi, Rach. Nice to see you.
Hey, Rach.
Dale says she did have a gerbil. Mrs. Geek used to have a gerbil, right? Yeah, Craig's saying about, I think, the Masked Singer. Famous people dress up in costumes and sing. Jonathan Ross, Rita Ora, and what's the name who hosted UK? Oh, Davina McCall. That'll be. And a famous American. Have to guess who it is.
Yeah. Well, I wouldn't have thought the Americans would know who Skin was. To be fair,
I should plough it into a new camera. Yeah. The webcam on my laptop's not very good. I mean, I wish I could do this sort of thing on my phone, but YouTube just don't let you anymore. Not when you're under 1,000 subs, anyway. So, and I think for StreamYard, I wouldn't be able to do it on my phone anyway, even if I was like, I don't know, 1 million subs or whatever. But I've got another webcam. I used to use that sometimes on Hangouts, but that one was barely any better either. So. Just doesn't seem worth it.
It's like he's on 56k dial-up. I've got to get my own back here. You're always taking the piss out of my computer.
I've been on fibre for a few years now. If I'm changing me providers on Monday, that switchover should happen on Monday. So if I'm sort of down off the internet for a little bit because there's been any technical issues, then that'll be why. But I'm hoping it'll be seamless. Because I've been with BT for about 3.5 years now, but they're just too expensive. So,
well, I've been with Sky for ages. Can't remember how long now.
Yeah, I'd go with Sky if I was getting their TV, but I don't know. I just wouldn't really want to get their broadband and nothing else. Even I suppose I would do if like they were particularly cheap, I suppose. But
I did have the TV, but it was proving a bit too costly, and I wasn't really watching it. So I didn't see the point.
I bet when you cancelled, they were trying to get you to stay, weren't they?
Oh yeah. But
yeah, I'm all right, thank you, Rach. Kelly says, you guys are so cool. I've never seen a live chat before. Mr. Geek has sorted your phone. Oh, bloody hell, this is the first live stream you've ever watched. I do apologise, Kelly. There's way better stuff than this shit. This, bloody hell, look. It's me and the bloody Sharpmeister sat here. Crap.
Oh, I won't be doing that on air.
This is Mrs. Geek's first experience of a live show, and it's like us pair. Oh dear, that's not good at all, is it?
I think so far we've been relatively sedate compared to what some of our conversations can be like.
Yeah. So, although I am,
I'm
a little bit mindful of. I'm not that bothered, but it's just I'm just worried that like if I say something too iffy, then it'll get flagged up somewhere. So it probably won't. You know me. There's not a lot that's off limits, really, but there's not a lot that's on limit. No, it's a double negative. There's not a lot that isn't off limit. That's a triple negative. That is, isn't it? there isn't
brain
a
melt.
lot that isn't. Never mind. Talking of Sky and everything, have either of you picked up BT Sport? I had BT Sport for I had it for a long time, and I cancelled it. It was just over a year ago. I'm probably going to get BT Sport 1 back because I'm moving to PlusNet on Monday, and their basic TV package includes BT Sport 1, and it's like £5 a month. I'll just get it for Raw and SmackDown. So.
Yeah, how are they doing that? Because it always used to be this one thing that used to annoy me was Sky. Because I was one of the reasons I got Sky was because of the wrestling. And some weeks it would be on Sky Sports 1, sometimes it'd be on Sky Sports 3. You know, they wouldn't keep it on the same one. And of course, if you didn't have 2, you were buggered.
I mean, there's less channels for BT Sport. I mean, they've still got a few that, you know, they've got, I think, 3 normal, and then they've got ESPN. So, and so you could say they've got 4 normal ones. But from what I've been seeing, like, it's currently been on BT Sport 1, and I think BT do try when they've got a certain sport. If it starts out on, say, BT Sport 1, like Premier League football will, they do try and keep it on there. They don't really move it around. Yeah. But whether they'll do that for wrestling, I've no idea. Yeah. But I think I'll probably get PlusNet TV for a £5 because £5 a month I can afford that, and then whenever WWE's on BT, I'll record it. But Raw and SmackDown look pretty shit most of the time, so I'm not that bothered.
Especially
he's on it as well, which is unnecessary for me because I'll just watch NXT and NXT UK on the network. So. We're watching. Oh, that's Rach. Sorry, Rach. I thought you were Craig. Still there. We're watching Takeover Blackpool tomorrow. I am certainly.
Yeah, I shall see if I can tune in for that. I don't know if I'll watch it live necessarily, but
well, you might as well. I mean, what else are you going to be doing at 5 in the evening?
That's when it's on, 5 in the evening. Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe.
It's got to be on for what? Like
I'll have to get the network again, though.
Why do you keep cancelling the network? How annoying!
Because I don't watch all the time.
Yeah, but you watch something on it once a month at least. So it's not like you can keep getting a free month every time you cancel it. So why don't you keep going?
To be fair,
little prick you are, Jace. I don't know what to do with you sometimes. Like cancelling the network all the time. I wouldn't have the bloody patience to live your life. I really wouldn't. I'm getting aggravated at you now. Just sat here.
A lot of it's to do with money, mate. That's the thing why I don't always have it.
Yeah, but you're like, I know. I like these pay-per-view. You'll be bloody like stealing them somewhere, won't you? That's why you're not having it every month. You know how I feel about that.
Yes, I know.
Like I'm paying a legitimate subscription every month so that people like you can just like steal content. Oh yeah, you're not even sorry. It's bloody marvelous, isn't it?
Anyway, there you go.
I wouldn't stay up for Raw or SmackDown live, only if like there's a special episode, Craig. I watched WWE reviews live when they're on, and that's it.
I will be getting it anyway for Royal Rumble because I always watch that live. Always.
Oh well, why don't you just bloody steal it off some illegal streaming site, Jason? That's
that's because the streaming sites are crap.
Well, it doesn't bother you when you're downloading the crappy content.
It's different rate, though. It's different rate.
Yeah,
I get it.
Yeah. You're forgetting I've got your address. I can shop you to bloody who is it?
Mate. Yes, mate.
What's the copyright people? You know them who always they put the ad on. You wouldn't steal a car. You wouldn't steal a handbag. Those.
That crap. The thing is, though, when they did that, half the people were going, "Yes, I would."
Oh yeah. Yeah, but that is true though, Jason. You wouldn't steal a car or a handbag, but you're stealing wrestling.
It's a TV show, isn't it?
I know you'd shit in someone's handbag, but that's not stealing it. It's still classed as criminal damage, though, mate. Kelly says
I think I'd have to be.
Kelly wants more gerbil stuff. Oh, that's Jason's forte. Jason, got any gerbil jokes?
No, it's only that one thing. It's not like I make a habit out of it, for goodness sake.
Rate has cancelled Honor Club. They put it up to $16.99. Is that $16.99 rate or pounds? It's a lot, isn't it? That $16.99. Even in dollars, it's a lot.
Mm. You're looking about what, 12 quid?
Like that. Yeah, a little bit more. I'd say about close to 4. I would have thought for about $17. Craig says it's $9.99 a month, about £6 cheaper than BT Sport box office or Sky Sports box office. Yeah, I don't think Jason goes as far to actually order the pay-per-views on his Sky box or anything. I mean, that's just, I don't think anyone in the right mind's done that since like about 2015. Really.
No, not at all.
Well, pounds, yeah. See, pounds is a lot. That's £17. That's like almost double what you'd pay for the network, really. I mean, I know you get a few perks with Honor Club, don't you? You get like money off merchandise, but if you don't really buy a lot of merchandise, then it's not that much of a perk, really. I suppose, is it?
I do like Ring of Honor.
I do as well.
But the production quality is not great, is it? Let's be honest.
I've seen worse. Because I occasionally watch the weekly TV show on Fight, and it always looks, it looks sort of fairly glossy without sort of being sort of overly, visually sort of overblown or anything. But it's all right. It is what it is. But I did consider Honor Club very briefly, but I just worked it out. I thought, well, I'm gonna want to watch all the pay-per-views, but I won't want to watch them live because I haven't got enough time and I've not got the inclination. And then it's like you get 50% off merchandise or something. And then when I worked it out, it was like, no, I wouldn't be able to afford this, and get me money's worth. So, which is a shame, but it would have been more wrestling to watch as well if I had got it. All these Ring of Honor pay-per-views and stuff. Exactly, that is just one event. Yeah. I mean, I still remember the days like the late 80s, back when we first had Sky Digital, and they were still showing all the pay-per-views on Sky Sports for you always say for free, but you had to pay for Sky Sports first. But back then, Sky Sports was pretty reasonable value. It was like an extra tenner a month, if that. Whereas now it's full price. I don't know. It's at least it's getting on 40, I think, or something ridiculous, just to watch some crappy Premier League football and whatever else.
A lot of rubbish.
Yeah, the Ring of Honor TV. They're on the Fight app. Yeah, I do like the Fight app. That's what I watch AEW pay-per-views on. See, there again, I didn't actually order the last AEW pay-per-view. Neither did Jason, but the difference is I didn't see it. Jason would have just stolen it from somewhere. Yeah, you can't got anything to say about it because you'll know you're a bloody content thief, and it's not fair. There's people like me and Rach who are paying for this content all the time. I mean, Rach, she shows her loyalty to numerous wrestling services and wrestling companies. She's into that Progress thing, and they have a streaming service. She's just cancelled Honor Club, but sounds like Rach has been with them for a while. She buys AEW pay-per-views, and she might still be on that AEW Plus that's on Fight as well. Are you, Rach? I don't know. And of course, she's a network subscriber. That's what you call an honest punter, Jason. That's something you need to look at and learn about, my friend. Yeah. Nod at me. Yeah, because you can't. Yeah. If you just outright said no, then you're just admitting to the world what you are. So you're thinking the old silent, no comment kind of thing. You're pleading the fifth or taking the fifth. The American expression is. Yeah.
Whatever.
You still get AEW. You know what, Rach? I'm thinking of getting AEW Plus back because I'll tell you something now. I don't know if Jason or Craig or anyone's noticed this, but ITV for putting Dynamite up have been shit. I checked this morning and Dynamite wasn't on the ITV hub yet. And when they started, that was supposed to go up Thursday evening about 9 o'clock. And Saturday, like the bloody thing's even on ITV4 as it actually broadcast on a Friday evening. So why the hell it's not on the ITV hub by Saturday morning? You know, because I'd rather watch it in HD on there than record the ITV4 version because I only get ITV4 in standard definition. So, you know, I have to say ITV are just dicking around with AEW already, and it's been, how long has it been on? Since like
3
October
months.
or something. Yeah. So I'm very tempted to resub to AEW Plus because it's only like what $5 a month, and you know, I'll be able to watch all the episodes. Well, yeah, I could watch them live if I wanted to, but
yeah,
what you get on
there? What'd you get on there then for that one?
AW Plus. Well, it's mainly you get every Dynamite and you can watch it live as it happens, and it's quite cool because they don't cut to ad breaks on AW Plus. So like you hear like sort of Jim Ross and Tony Schiavone just having a bit of a chat in the middle, and things like that. It's pretty funny, but you're supposed to get what? Do you get any extras, Rach? Like little bonus? I think you get episodes of AW Dark as well, but they're always on YouTube anyway, so it's probably not a lot of difference. Craig isn't overly impressed with the TV broadcasts of AEW. I do note. I don't know if it's because I'm looking out for them more, but I do tend to notice like when sort of little glitches and botches and stuff. But you know, I just put it down to sort of them being a new company and teething troubles.
It also might be whether they've ITV have edited it or something. Because they might do it for content. I don't know.
Yeah, no, I think if you're on about AEW Dark, I think the AEW Plus programs are the same as the YouTube ones. They might even have a little bit more in. But I don't watch Dark. It's too much wrestling. I was looking forward to watching Dynamite. I've been tending to watch it on a Friday because that's when it's been sort of going up lately. Friday evening, pretty much at the same time as it comes on actually ITV4. But to not have it on the hub on a Saturday morning. When they started out, it was supposed to be on Thursday evening. I mean, that's just crap. You know, it's like, you know, why are you just arsing around?
Yeah.
Yeah, you get extra clips, but it's really just kind of just bits of Dynamite that you've probably already seen. You don't get any free pay-per-views, put it that way. It's not it's not the network. I mean, it'd be cool if that. I mean, if say they doubled the price to $9.99, but you got all the AEW pay-per-views, and I know there's only like 4 a year, but even so, it's still, you know, that might be, you know, that probably.
No, I mean, so I'm just thinking because you know, I mean, when I've had the WWE Network, I've liked it because of all the extra stuff that's on there. I'm watching old matches and the shows and all the rest of it.
Yeah.
You know, obviously I don't get to see all of that. Yeah, I don't know. I've got to see what my budget's doing. You never know. I might go back to it.
It depends. You know, like if it's worth it to you, it's worth it to me. I mean, I go through. It's like with Netflix and stuff. I mean, I don't always think I get good value for money from Netflix because there can be like a couple of months where I'm just not really watching anything on it. But then something like, I don't know, Better Call Saul or Glow or something will start, and then I'm getting good value out of it for a few weeks. But for me, it's just like, yeah, I know it's easy enough to cancel and then resubscribe, and I have done that with certain things like New Japan World. That's another one that me and Rach have used. And but I tend to only subscribe to that for like one specific event. But
Yeah.
I think they've got so much archive stuff on. I mean, I'm watching some Raw from 1994 at the moment on the network.
I mean, sometimes I do it because, like, if I'm going away or whatever.
Yeah, I mean, if you go away and you know,
I ain't going to be able to. Well, no. To be fair, my dad's got a new computer, so he should be able to do it now. But his internet's so rubbish.
And
it wouldn't be worth me trying to do it.
Well, yeah. Craig says there are moments in the broadcast where it's just they're showing shots of the arena from the nosebleed section. Yeah. I don't know. It's just quite kind of funny to me that, like, instead of an ad break, like you'd get a traditional TV ad break, you just get like these sort of shots, and then sometimes you'll hear sort of JR. I remember an episode of Botchamania from a couple of months ago when I think Jim Ross had forgotten that even though it was an ad break, everyone on Fight could still hear him, so he just started swearing about something. And then, like, either Excalibur or Tony Schiavone had to, like, sort of nudge him and say, "Yeah, we're still on Fight TV, JR."
Like, oops.
Sorry, buddy. Oh, fuck.
It's not often you hear Jim Ross swear either at all.
No.
Even though they, the language is, what should we say, a little bit more adult on AEW.
Dale says Netflix streaming quality is about as clear as mine unless I upgrade. I'm on the top tier for Netflix. I should downgrade it because I've been watching the top tier. It's like you get ultra high definition, which is fine, but it's not that much more notable for me than HD. And you can stream up to 4 devices at the same time, which I don't need because there's only my brother who nicks all my passwords for stuff, and he doesn't use it that much anyway. So I probably should downgrade to, like, was it $8.99 now? The next one, kind of the HD tier that everyone seems to be on. So I mean, I know it'll only save me what, £4, times that by 12, and it's it's about nearly 50 quid a year. That, I mean, that's 50 quid 1 year that I could have in my pocket rather than giving it to Netflix for
more pops.
Yeah, exactly. More pops. Yeah. I don't want to waste my money on Netflix. I want to waste my money on little dollies.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Get your priorities right, mate.
Exactly.
No, I've been watching the new season of Titans.
Is that a Netflix thing, is it?
Yeah, and the Titans. Yeah, it's based on the comic book.
So do you like cancel Netflix for like a few months at a time and stuff like that as well?
No, because I've got my mate's password.
I might have bloody known with you, yeah. Thinking about it, you do look the sort like you bloody don't like paying for anything, do you?
Well, no, I mean,
Jason, you eat a tin of baked beans on a Saturday so that you can have a bubble bath on Sunday. That's how tight you are.
No, I do buy CDs. I still buy CDs, right? Don't like MP3s, right? And I still buy movies.
No, I'm not that keen on them myself. I don't like music streaming particularly at all. I mean, it has its place, but for me, no, I like a physical thing. Yeah, buy the dollies. Exactly, Dale.
I did. Sorry, go on.
Rach used New Japan World yesterday to watch some of Kenny Omega's matches. Yeah, a tip. I mean, Rach, you all know this, I think, and I may have mentioned it to Jason, but a tip: if you want New Japan World, don't subscribe near the end of a month because you'll just get charged automatically on the first of the new month, regardless.
That's a bit stupid.
Yeah, a couple of companies do that, but they're the ones that I've particularly noticed. So if like there's an event coming up, and say if it's like, I don't know, June the 20th or something, you're best off subscribing on June the 1st rather than like May the 31st. And if you're going to keep it for like longer than sort of the whole of June, then just be aware that even no matter when you would pay for it, you'd get charged again on the 1st of July. So But yeah, I mean, I didn't see Wrestle Kingdom this year. I was kind of gutted, really. But what would it been two events back to back, and they'll be being like 4 hours each. It's like I thought I ain't got time for this year, and I enjoyed last year's mostly. I thought the year before that Wrestle Kingdom, the first one I ever saw live, that one was bloody brilliant. I love that. That one was, I think, Chris Jericho's his match with Kenny Omega. I think that one from a couple of years ago. So yeah, so I'm a bit disappointed that I missed it. But what I may do, because I'm trying to think of the next big New Japan event, might be Dominion or something like that. I'll order it and then I'll try and watch Wrestle King, even though I know the results and everything. I'll watch Wrestle Kingdom, before the next live show that I want to see. Because I did that with All In.
Well, sometimes it's just good to see the matches, isn't it?
Yeah. Because weirdly, All In is on New Japan World. Like you'd think it, because technically it's not an AEW property, is it? It's like a, well, I don't know.
It's cross promotion.
Yeah. I mean, you can sort of, if you're talking about canon, you can really say, yeah, it's like it was the first kind of AEW thing, but yeah. But that's got sort of, that's got people from New Japan. Ring of Honor are quite heavily involved in it then, and I know Ring of Honor and AEW, I don't think they're on the best of terms anymore. So yeah, Rach. I don't know if you sort of just keep your sub open. If you keep your sub open all year round, like I do with the network, then it don't really matter. But if you're like me and you do cancel New Japan from time to time, then try to resubscribe at the end of a month or near the end of a month, because then you'll just get charged. It'd be annoying to get charged like 30 on the 31st, and then you get the same charge the following day, and you've like had barely 24 hours worth of use out of it. That'd be a right kick in the cock, that would, wouldn't it? But of course, all this is irrelevant for Jason because he doesn't pay for wrestling content.
I'll tell you one thing you can do though with the old WWE network is they don't, because they charge when you start, don't they? So you can almost get in 2 pay-per-views in one block if you time it right.
If you time it right, it depends what month it is and what's coming up. But yeah. A lot of the time, because like when you're watching the pre-show, and it'll say, "Oh, this is free for new subscribers, and if you order the network today, you'll also get next month's event, whatever that may be." And that will be well, but it doesn't always happen, but it does quite a lot.
No. So I don't know, we're going to get a game in tonight, and then I don't think anybody's after a game.
No, it's not. There's not really enough people knocking around for.
No,
who want to actually come on and don't.
Yeah, I thought we might get.
Robert Adams. Thank you for coming in. Yeah, I'm very well, thank you, Robert. Thank you for joining us, being a part. No, Jason doesn't pay for wrestling. It's like, remember the quote from Friends, Joey doesn't share food, while Jason doesn't buy wrestling shows.
I got my mum was telling me about a local wrestling show in Bognor Regis. It looks really hokey. It's by a company called Kapow Wrestling, family-friendly wrestling.
I know the sort.
Yeah, and one of them is just like blooming Pikachu.
Oh, God.
It's called like Peach Lubra or Lucha Chew or some nonsense like that. I don't know.
Lucha Chew. I suppose it's a fairly witty thing to sort of have
it's something like that, Yeah. It's basically a luchador and a Pikachu get up.
Sorry, Craig. I'm doing my dyslexic comment reading again. I'm like reading an older comment of yours now. You start watching My Hero Academia, pretty good anime. I'm not into anything like that, I'm afraid. Same company that does manga video. If you,
Vicky,
no, I don't.
Yeah, Night Owl's into My Hero. She loves it.
Oh yeah, Vicky, yeah.
That's another one of our wrestling panelists.
Yeah, Craig will know it because Craig has come into the wrestling panels before. So
yes, he has. Yes, I remember now. Yeah.
I'm sure he's seen Vicky. Luchamon. Yeah. So it does sound a bit Spanish, doesn't it? Luchamon.
Luchamon.
Craig says a game of what? It probably would. Well, if Jonathan Ring was around, because he'd be able to set it up, it might have been Quiplash, but otherwise it would have probably just been some like bog standard quiz. I'm trying to remember that. Yeah, Kapow, that was it. But really, you need at least 3 people because I'd really have to be the one to sort of not play the quiz and just sort of make sure everything were working. Because we did a few tests the other day, and I was getting confused because I had to have bloody 2 devices open, and I was like forgetting which one I should be pressing next to continue the game while I was actually at the same time.
Got one streaming and one actually playing.
Yeah, exactly. And I was like sort of going for the wrong device each time. It was annoying. Rach watched Kenny versus Ibushi. Oh, I bet that were a cracker of a match. That Dale says he watched Moxley turn down. Spoilers.
Yeah, spoilers. Didn't want to know.
It's all right. It doesn't matter. I kind of figured. Yeah, I kind of figured anyway. Yeah, that's bloody episode of Dynamite that I'm wanting to flipping watch. I've been wanting to watch since Thursday, and ITV had just been absolutely shit. I don't understand why it wasn't on the hub by this morning though. When it surely was on actually ITV4 last night. So the more I think about it, the more it'll annoy me. I should just resubscribe to AW Plus like what Rach does and have done with it. Because I did have that before ITV Hub was supposedly showing it like 24 hours later. That lasted for all of about 3 bloody weeks.
Craig was saying about not. I wouldn't slag off local wrestling shows. It's not so much that, mate. It's I've seen a few right over the years, and I've got no problems if the guys are in there. They're doing legit stuff. They're wrestling, all the rest of it. You know, earning a living, whatever. But it's when the company is blatantly trying to rip off people. I had one that I went to, and there was a guy claiming to be Rey Mysterio. You knew damn well it wasn't him, because he was too tall.
Yeah, and like 6'5" guy.
Yeah, and he suddenly had all his tattoos removed. And yeah, they were charging kids to have a photo taken with him. That's not on. That's not on.
Yeah,
especially when you can meet Billy Gunn at one. Because he's been, I've seen a few like that.
Yeah. I mean, it's good that like a lot of the NXT UK guys, they're still allowed to work for certain British indies, and I suppose like the really sort of low end indies, like they're not going to be on WWE's radar anyway. So it'd be kind of funny if like you got sort of a fairly prominent NXT UK guy like Tyler Bates wrestling like a fake Rey Mysterio somewhere. That'd be pretty amusing. You know, if WWE ever found out, they'd probably be like shitting bricks or something like that.
Well, they did.
Really annoyed, but.
Was it they did the Legion of Doom and one of them was dead? That was not on.
Hey?
They did. Wrestling promotion. I'm sure it's one I saw. I'm sure it's both of them. They had the Legion of Doom on there, and this was after. Was it Hawk? Was it?
Yeah, it's a Hawk who died. Yeah.
Yeah, right. And I'm thinking, hang on a minute. Well, you just dug him up and had him wrestling or something. You know. I'm not stupid. Come on.
Well, yeah, but if they've got the face paint on, and you know, it's just a bit. Oh no, we're the new LOD. You know, they could. It's kind of shaky ground regarding copyright. I mean, I know how go WWE. I mean, I was trying to sell like pirated WWE events on DVD years ago.
Yeah.
This was back before eBay really sort of clamped down on this sort of thing. And it wasn't long into me doing it, and I was getting a lot of customers from it as well. It's like it was becoming quite a big operation for about 6 weeks or so, and then I soon got an email from Silvervision, where of course the DVD distributors over here, saying, carry on doing that, and we're going to instigate legal proceedings. So.
You said about puke. Well, that was Dross, wasn't it? That was what is.
Yeah.
In the end, he's the one that got injured fighting D'Lo Brown.
Yeah. So you've got one guy who's dead, so it can't be him, and the other guy who's paralysed. So unless the other guy came down like Stephen Hawking or something. What a rush. Well, you know. Animal. I Justin, how are you, mate? You're right. Oh, UK Pop Chasers, Stephen's here. Hi. It's nice to see some familiar faces.
Hello, mate.
Anyone who I gave the link to in a chat group, like Rach and Stephen and Dale or anything, if you can make it on with us, then you're more than welcome. It's I knew Jason's been desperate for a live show ever since the glory days of him reviewing cosmetics. So
yes,
yeah, he was a given. But if I post a link in a chat group, then whoever's in that chat group, then people are welcome. Oh, and James, Mr. Jam B1 is here as well. Hi, mate.
Hello, thank you for a while.
Thank you for the comment. He's always commenting on my videos, Jace. Very loyal and amazing subscriber. And Mr. Jam B1 is jealous of my latest pop. I don't know if we should mention what it is because Jason's not seen that yet, so I don't want to give any spoilers away. But I could actually get it out and show you. It's right
Go
there.
On, get it done with. I'll make a comment anyway. You know I will. I do have a couple of new WWE pops to unveil at some. Some point.
Check it out.
Can't see it very well on here. Oh, Shinsuke.
Yeah. I love this. This is one of my favourites already.
In the box or out of box?
It's in box. Box is a bit, but it doesn't matter. But it came in box. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Really pleased to have got this at a pretty good price for me as well. I thought.
Go on then, reveal, divulge.
Divulge what? Oh, the price.
The price, yeah.
Including postage, and it was from American eBay, it would have been £26 something, I think. Which, yeah, it's a little pricey. I mean, the actual pop, I made a best offer. It's $15. So if you're in America and you're paying like a couple of dollars postage. I mean, that would have been an absolute bargain. I'm not in America. I'm in the UK. So postage ended up being like $17. So altogether, it's like £26 something. But
that's all right then.
But I don't want to go all Leroy on everyone, but it's a little bit of a grail for me.
It's a grail.
Everything's a grail, Chase. You know what I mean? Oh, I saw some fucking pop the other day. It was that fucking Samantha Fox that you used to like. Yeah, she got a pop out now, Jakes. And that's the grail of mine, I'll tell you that now. No, very, yeah, Mr. Jambi one, James is very, very jealous. Yeah, well, if you're James, you look like the sort of person who checks eBay probably more than what I do, and I'm often on eBay. So I dare say another one will come up at a reasonable price. It just depends how much you want to pay, really.
Well, some of these Facebook groups, John, you're going to have to tell me which ones you're on, mate, because I wouldn't even know where to begin looking, to be honest. I'm on a few, but
I'm on a few. I don't really look on Facebook a lot. It's eBay's my first port of call.
Fair enough.
To be honest, I've like saved searches in eBay. Sorry, I might have to scroll back to some of these comments here.
I'm a little bit careful. Go on, sorry.
Oh, Dale saying he'd love to jump on a live chat with us one night. Well, yeah, like I say, I'll put it in the chat group that you're in, like I did tonight. And if if I'm doing one and you're available, then just come on. All you need to do is follow the link, and like you just need like a browser, like a decent browser on. You can use your phone. It's just I have to set it up on a PC. So. The 10-inch protector came through, very flimsy. 10-inch. Well, it's thin plastic, isn't it? So
I've just seen someone turn up, mate. Read the comments.
Oh yeah, there he is. Yeah. Or slags.
You Brampton. Hi, mate. You alright? How you doing? You alright? Yeah. So.
Can't bloody. Who are these pair of tits? Yeah, well, if you there's Frammers, it'd be 3 tits, wouldn't it?
And you're the middle one, mate, aren't you?
Well, hopefully I could arrange it where it'd be the middle one.
Lee, that is.
Yeah, he could be the cock in between 2 balls or something. Pops on hold at the moment while you're job hunting. Oh, right, okay.
Oh,
you need a 10-inch protector. I've ordered a 10-inch protector from ATV. They're on. They're waiting for stock to come in, but I don't mind because they always keep you informed and stuff like that. They're not like bloody PP Joe, just keep you hanging until.
PP Joe, PP Joe.
Hello, Funko Morphine Pops here. I like PP Joe paw protectors.
PP Joe
the greatest paw protectors of all time. Two heavy balls.
I'll tell you what I have got on order. I've done it through that Karma thing, the pay thingy. I ordered that Fantastic Four Marvel's collectible box.
Whereabouts did you get that from, mate?
I'd say double box toys.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah, 60 quid, but if it's got what I hope it's got on it, it's going to be worth it. 10-inch Galactus.
Nice.
With any luck.
Have you been checking Glass Shelf Collectibles lately, Jace? Because they seem to add some new things every so often.
Yeah, a little bit.
Did you say Fantastic Four box that you got?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure there was a Fantastic Four thing that came up on there recently. Let me just check.
They've got a lot of new figures coming out. Because the only one they did before was the Thing. And he's quite expensive, the old one.
Great. They are flimsy. There isn't really much you can do about it, really, because they don't really make the really. I don't think they do make the extra thick ones in 10-inch because I suppose it becomes cost prohibitive after a while, doesn't it? Yeah, it was. It's sold out now, Jace. But the thing that I know, Fantastic Four, it was a suited Human Torch glow in the dark specialty series that.
Yeah.
Glass
I'm not
collectibles,
too worried about that one, to be honest.
Let me see if they had a price for it. It was only £13. That's not.
Was it? That's all right. Yeah, I mean, I can't afford everything, so I've got to pick and choose what I get.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah, I would recommend you bookmark Glass Shelf Collectibles, Chase, because they've often got some interesting stuff in, and I think they're pretty. I think I like double box toys, but I find them quite a little bit on the expensive side generally. Really.
They can be, yeah.
Whereas Glass Shelf Collectibles, they've got interesting things in.
They just didn't have that.
I think they're a bit more reasonably priced as well.
Yeah, they just didn't have that particular thing that I wanted.
Yeah.
They may get it later on, but then they might have sold out. So I've got to take a chance now, and I just hope it's something that I want and not something that's really crap. But hey ho, I'm sure I can sell the box on if it is. No, but Karma was the one Craig was saying about the other payment methods. Yeah, but Karma was the one that double box toy you were using, so I didn't really have a lot of choice in that. But it works out 20 quid a month thereabouts. So
yeah,
and it's not out until February anyway.
I like the one Glass Shelf and I know they called them Cultaholic, Culture Freak. No, well, they just call it layaways, but it's still a proper company. They do it by PayPal, and I like them because what with it being PayPal, I always feel a bit more reassured because there's like, if you're not gonna, if you don't get your purchase for whatever reason, like all you need to do is go through PayPal with a claim and everything, and you sort.
Well, no, this one they say they won't charge you anything until the item's shipped. So, I thought, why not?
Leroy, you absolute slag. Stop being it. Fuck buckets, though. Have you seen Leroy? You you will have watched all his giveaway video, Jace, because you were the bloody winner, weren't you?
Yeah, exactly.
Well, what was that like bloody 5-minute rant about me at the?
Yeah,
it was. I mean, it
I'll have to go back and watch
funny,
that
but
again.
it was like almost like sort of like getting to be sort of a bit of a creepy. Oh, this is my new obsession. Oh, hang on, we're getting a newcomer coming in. Beardo's here.
I'm in.
Hey.
Hi, Dale. Thank you for coming in, mate.
Hi, guys.
Good to see you, buddy.
Yeah, but what I was saying, I don't know if you watched it as well, Dale. Leroy's giveaway draw and everything, but just spent like the last few minutes of his video just like going on about me and how jealous he was of having 100 less subscribers. I mean, I don't know where to be flattered or worried. Really, it's like
no, he does say.
For instance, like Geeky Heathen has probably got about 400, 500 more subscribers than I have. So what am I supposed to do? Like obsess about like beating him or something?
Hey,
that could never end. Really,
I've only just now got to 350.
But it's like Leroy.
I'm on 175.
Well, I mean, we're all on low amounts at some point. I mean, you just keep working at it, and if people like you, then it'll go up. I mean, I think really only anyone whose name starts with Adam and ends with McGee has really sort of got fuck all subscribers anymore. After once upon a time having like 1,000 or whatever it was, his original account. But there we are. Geek Heathen is a proper YouTuber. Well, what? Yeah, all right, Leroy. What is your definition of a proper YouTuber? Because that covers a multitude of things, really, doesn't it?
I wouldn't call some of these bigger YouTubers. I wouldn't call some of these bigger YouTubers if they're getting monetized proper YouTubers.
Exactly.
Because they produce crap.
Yeah, it's like Leroy. Like there's only like 100 in it between me and you, and your content. You do a lot of the same sort of stuff I do, but you also do a lot of stuff that I we are in the same. I don't know. I'm trying to.
Lee's just being Lee.
Yeah, I know you're fucking. I know you're fucking about, but it's like, well, why bother? Like, why? I wouldn't get. Put it this way,
I'll tell you why he does it.
That sort of 5-minute window, right? I've just Dale.
Yeah.
End my video with like some weird sort of rant, like, oh, that's not suitable for mum. Oh, I don't like the way that in all my audio clips, every time he farts, he has to do a big in-breath. And I'm like, it's not very good at all. It's just, what,
but
it just
Jimmy,
doesn't seem appropriate.
You're showing the exact reason why Lee does it. Because now you've got to be in your bonnet about it and you're going off a rant on about it. That's why Lee's done it. Because he wants you to do it. He wants you to do it. He's got you where he wants you.
Lee loves pissing people off, let's be fair.
Really,
he's good at it. And he's good at it. Leroy is good at pissing us off.
Yeah, but it's not that he's pissing me off. It's just like it's confused me more than anything. It's like, what, why has he done it? It's like I can't read his mouth. I can't work him out. You've really confused me, Frampton.
If somebody is willing to drive through a car wash with their windows open for comedy value, he deserves all the views he gets.
Yep, I would agree with that.
Yeah, well, yeah, exactly. But then, Leroy's going to take that at face value. He's going to be like, well, why haven't I got, bloody 500,000 subs or something? It's like, when,
Mate,
hey, Crazy Stone Gamer.
Christmas next year, no more Secret Santa. We all just go through, in a minibus with the windows open in a car wash.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be a lot cheaper, wouldn't it?
Yeah. I'll imagine Jimmy on that one doing a Mooney out the window as we go.
Yeah. Hi, Crazy. How are you, mate?
I'm just going to give Jace, stick your bum out there. You give your ass a good scrubbing.
Yeah, you're the first one you've had in years. Yeah.
Yeah, it's better than
Jason went to Benidorm, sat on a B-day, thinking it was just some sort of gimmick toilet.
Can you hear the laughter in the background? Yeah.
Hey, calm down. That's like a cat that's been spooked by a camera. Just shot from a distance. Meow! Gone.
Jason will drown from more than a few inches of water. Yeah, come on, Frampton. Like, you could join us and make it a Fab Four.
Who's that?
We've got a thorn in between two roses at the moment. That's of course me and Dale being the roses, and Jason being a rather farty thorn.
I like the fact that they can hear you. Hello.
Yeah, we've got a runner. Yeah, I know I've got your latest pop unboxing to watch, Crazy. It's another Terminator one, isn't it? I haven't forgotten about that. I will get round to it. I keep worrying, Crazy. I've missed some of yours, or one of yours recently, but maybe I haven't.
I'm not sure about the Terminator pops. They're not as good as I thought they should be.
Frampton got one in today's video, didn't he?
Yeah, it's all like.
Oh no, you haven't seen. I bet you haven't seen that yet, have you?
Don't think so.
It's not really a spoiler, is it? It's not like we're giving away sports results.
Yeah, it's not like anyone's giving away the wrestling results, is it?
No, not everybody would have done that. No.
He done that. It's bloody. It's not your fault.
Who does that?
It's fucking ITV's fault. That is.
Yeah, it's not like I illegally streamed it or nothing.
Oh man. Yeah, no, I've even got
I've got to rant at you for getting free wrestling as well as Jason now. Yeah.
I did.
I'm of the opinion of I paid for wrestling for about 23 years, and it's got so bad at the moment that I can stream it free and claim my money back. AEW for me at the moment is killing it, but WWE, I just can't watch it. I watch up and downs on another famous YouTube channel, and that's cool.
Yeah,
that's more entertaining than the product.
Alcoholic, wasn't it?
All I can say is thank goodness for the fast forward button.
Yeah, I mean, like I say, if I get BT Sport 1 again and I record Raw and SmackDown, there's no way I'm going to sit through the whole thing because I read the results every week and they just look shit most of the time.
Yeah, but I used to watch it and I used to be excited by it. I mean, I grew up in the Undertaker coming into Survivor Series era, and that was cool. And I watched it up until about 6 years ago, and I'm like, I'm cancelling my network. This just isn't. Well, it isn't for me anymore.
Yeah, I went to several live events. I went to see Raw and everything, and when it was good fun then. This is when you had like the likes of Christian and all that still wrestling.
Yeah.
And they were good. And I went. I think some of I went to Mania 20 in New York, which was fantastic. That was really, really good.
Oh, I bet that was a hell of an experience.
Yeah, well, it's like if you've never been to you might have been to like a small wrestling show, but to go to a big one with all the pyros and all the fanfare and all the rest of it, it's like going to a sporting event mixed with a huge rock gig. So you're going to watch the Olympics with, I don't know, Aerosmith doing the halftime show. I know Jimmy likes Aerosmith.
Even Jace-plaining, like going to a wrestling show.
It's like the Olympics. That's exactly what it's like. we saw Kane at 1, and we nearly got roasted by his pyros, and we were about 8 rows back.
Well, yeah, a few years later, people did get WWE Pyros Mania.
Wrestling back in the day was dangerous, and that's when I liked it. I'm not saying I liked like the bra and panties matches and all that. That was Attitude Era at his worst. But then Attitude Era at his best was Stone Cold Steve Austin. That character.
Come on, like we all enjoyed the scantily clad birds back in the Attitude Era. Like we can look back on it now as older men and say, oh no, all that sort of stuff was really sexist. But at the time, like I know Jason was like tugging one out, and many a time back
like a dog. Jason was in there.
Yeah.
Favorite super.
Oh, the cat's on again. Oh, she got tits out today.
When your favourite superstar is Mick Foley, you expect weird matches, don't you?
Joe, I've got 2 autobiographies signed by Mick Foley.
Mud pit matches and stuff, and like Miss Kitty and
I met him.
Terry Ronald, all them lot.
Yeah,
he's a very nice man.
He was sat next to he was called Consequences Creed at the time, Xavier Woods. And they were doing their TNA meet and greet.
Why did you give his old name there?
Pardon?
Like, you're such a mark. You are, Jason. I was sat next to Consequences Creed, aka Xavier. Why did you just say I was sat next to Xavier Woods?
No, because some people know it was Consequences Creed.
You're such a smart mark, aren't you, Jason? Like, at heart.
Yeah, Jason, you sat by that guy with a trombone.
We were actually sat next to pervy Indian raincoat man.
Right.
Was it a mirror?
I don't know him.
No. We went to a meet and greet, and they had crikey, Angelina Love. Yeah, it was Angelina Love and Velvet Sky there. And this Indian chap, right, in an old dirty raincoat, was there trying to get kisses off them two. And old Devon Dudley was sat there taking the piss out of him. And we actually, when we went to the show, it was actually sat about 3 feet away from us, eyeing up some woman and her kids.
Oh.
Exactly.
And the kids.
Well, it looks that way. It looks
Funko
that
Pops?
way. Say again? What?
Funko Pops.
Craig.
Just said he was eyeing up the kids, and I was like, change the conversation.
Yeah, no, but you know,
the bra and panties match.
It was mainly there to oogle all the women, mainly.
Yeah, the bra and panties matches were crap, but as titillation goes, I mean, it was like relatively harmless for it. It worked now, and
it's not what everyone is saying. It was like it was derogatory. They knew what they were getting into, and that's cool. But it was like that year Roman Reigns won the Rumble, and the booing that happened, and I was like, I kind of like him, and now I feel guilty for it. And it took him to get leukemia for people to like Roman Reigns. I mean, how bad has the product got to be for one of the top guys and one of the top talents to get anywhere is leukemia? It's not good.
I never really had a problem with Roman. I know he's not the most talented wrestler, but there was something about his character.
Well, as a performer, as in-ring performer, I think he's decent, well above average. His character never really resonated with me.
Awesome.
The problem with Roman Reigns was it's like you can just tell he's pushed. I mean, there's no sort of natural, sort of organic push.
They tried to make a Rock Mark too.
Yeah, it's like Vince McMahon is just sort of over marketing him, and he's getting oversaturated, and it's just then it makes things more predictable because you know Roman Reigns is going to win the Rumble, and like he's probably going to win next month. I would have thought. Well, that's my pick at the moment, anyway.
At least if they let him win next month, they've not learned.
No, but it's like, it depends you have to try and work out what big match they're aiming for at WrestleMania, really, and then kind of, Do
you know the announcement about a certain individual that's going to be in the Rumble at number 1?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Right, fair enough. Yeah. So Brock. So
Yeah.
you got to think they're going to do something with that, wouldn't you?
Which is bizarre because he's not putting on the line, and so if they let him win it, which it wouldn't surprise me, I wouldn't pick him for it yet, but it wouldn't
No.
surprise me if he does win it. But it's like, well, like if he wins the Rumble, then like where's the WrestleMania incentive? He's just won it, and he can sort of say, well, I won that as well. There's no number one
WWE is
contender.
so obsessed with him being legitimate, like they were with Ronda Rousey, and look where Ronda Rousey got them. She did a couple of months and then was like, "I've got to go."
Well, she did more than a couple of months. She was she came in around Rumble, but she didn't wrestle till it was WrestleMania, and then she was there till
she got booed.
Following WrestleMania, of course. Yeah, so about a year she was there.
But she was getting booed a little bit before
after
that.
a while, a while. I think that was more to do with because she was against Becky Lynch, and Becky Lynch was really over at that point.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
but a lot,
it could have been, or it could have been that.
Fans also just sort of turn on you, not on a dime necessarily, but one day you're a massive baby face, and the next week, depending on what city you're in or the mood of the audience, you're a big heel. It's weird.
Still,
I mean, Seth Rollins. As soon as they turned him face, I was like, you just made a mistake there.
Mm.
Now he's suddenly turned heel again with the APA. He's brilliant. And I don't watch the product anymore. I literally watch highlights on YouTube, and it works for me.
The thing with Ronda Rousey is I'd rather have her as a champ doing what she was doing than Brock, because at least for the most part, she was actually having matches on a semi-regular basis.
Yeah, there's that. Yeah, definitely.
That just annoys the crap out of me about Brock.
But they do both have legitimate reasons to be champions. They both Ultimate Fighting champions, and that gives them
but he shouldn't be given preferential treatment, and he is.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't have to abide by the 30-day clause on my title.
Well, no, let's be fair. Brock cheated 2 drug tests apparently because he's got a dick tattooed on his chest, and Vince McMahon loves him. But there we go.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he works so few dates, it means he's actually ineligible to get regularly tested or something, which...
Let's be fair, they made that up
the old
Brock.
Triple H thing, although, yeah. Well, yeah, I mean, we've kind of talked about Brock a lot on the wrestling streams. But no, with going back to Roman Reigns, it was a bit a little bit like when Rocky Maivia came around in 96, 97. It's just you kind of got much too fast, really. And fans just, fans all cheer for who they want to. And I don't mind Roman Reigns, but I never get really pumped up for seeing him like I feel like I'm supposed to. Whereas I will say with Brock Lesnar, whenever he comes out, it does I get that sort of feeling in myself, this is quite special.
The special event.
Probably mainly because it's such a rare occurrence for Brock Lesnar to have a match. So but that helps.
Well, that's kind of what they're doing.
It's a shame they have to have the bloody world title on him at the same time.
Yeah.
But then
anyway, this isn't supposed to be a wrestling stream, chaps. I was saving all my good stuff for the Royal Rumble preview in a couple of weeks. Yeah.
Just the way the conversations go, mate.
I didn't know what this stream was. I'm just drunk and joined in.
On you.
Yeah. Somebody in the chat room, give us a topic. Give us a topic. There you go. You choose the topic.
Well, we were talking about Funko Pops for a little while.
Well, go back to that if you want. I don't mind.
Yeah, I'm good with Funko Pops. Is you guys
well,
going into it?
We were talking about you sexually assaulting some rodents, Jason. So.
Rodents again. Oh, you want to go back to that bit, do you?
Mrs. Geek, we're back to gerbils.
Gerbils! Badgers! Right, then.
I'll send you a link to the song she was just singing, and you'll get exactly what she's on about.
Yeah. If it's anything like that bloody flipping baby shark thing, I don't want to know.
No. It's a song about Richard Gere sticking gerbils in his bum by a guy called Stephen Lynch, and it's hilarious. But yeah, Funko Pops.
Yes, thank you, Jimmy. Cheeky bastard.
The public have a right to know, mate. I don't know if can you see the chat at all, Dale?
We do know.
I can't see the chat. No, every time I try and open it, my video pauses. So
it's basically called me.
I might have asked you a question earlier. Actually, shut up, Jason.
Although I've just seen Jable as a gerbil molester.
Sorry,
on
Rach.
my
You might have to
telly.
ask Dale that. Rach, ask Dale that question. Yeah, good.
No, I can't see the comments. I've lost my own video.
Yeah, everyone screenshot that. We far and wide. We all need to know. It's important information. It was some wrestling question, weren't it, Rach? Mr. Jam says 18-inch pops, yay or nay? For me, it's a nay, simply because I wouldn't have the room to put one. Well, not display it properly.
He's gone.
I know about them. Oh, Dale's gone. Perhaps he'll come back. He'll have the link, so if he wants to come back, he can.
You're looking for an excuse to kick me out, Jimmy.
He's
I don't know how bad
there he is.
I got kicked out.
Well, it wasn't us. It wasn't us, mate. But 18-inch pops. It's kind of a bit of a shame that they don't come with like a window on the box as well. It's just all cardboard in it. But I get why they have to do them like that. But it's if you're a hardcore in-box collector, then these 18-inch pops aren't very good.
So I got off
get the thing out, and you will see it.
Do the giant Batman pops. I don't know how big they are. One of my mates offered me one of them for £100 the other day. It was like £100 for a Funko Pop.
Yeah, that was the 19.
I know it's tall, but £100 second hand.
Although apparently
I could buy 10 that I want.
In one of Double Box Toys' recent mystery box games,
they
were giving those away because they were just taking up too much room at their warehouse, and so people were getting them for about 25 quid or something.
Yeah, that was the one I entered.
It's great if you're lucky enough to get one at that price, but
the Entertainer.
Otherwise, the cheapest I've seen one's about 90.
They're too big, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. The Entertainer have got a couple of the 10-inch. They got Dio and I can't remember what the other one was. Any Star Wars related ones, and I think they were something silly like 22 quid. They're quite cheap for 10-inch.
Yeah. Dale, Rachel's question is: do you think Omega will accept PAX challenge?
Yeah,
probably,
but not straight away.
You've stumped him now, Rach.
No, they've got to build that up a bit. They've got to.
I love it the way when they introduce him though, because it's the way that I always used to say it. The bastard. It's so such venom, isn't it?
Yeah.
He's the bastard.
Pac. What was his name in WWE?
Neville.
Neville, I just said it.
Neville.
No. I'm trying to think of his first name now.
Adrian
Yeah,
Neville.
two names. Adrian Neville, thank you.
It was
but
like...
he didn't really have two names. They just dropped his fake first. Look, it bloody hell, Smark's on the go again, isn't it? Oh, well, first he was Pac, then he went to meet Adrian Neville, and then he was just Neville, and then he went back to meet Adrian, and then he went to Cole, and then he went to Mole Man, and then he went to Hans Mole Man, and now he's back to Pac.
Mole Man.
And as funny as all that is,
no, we're back to rodents again, I think.
Let Dale answer the
AEW
question.
built a full roster out of what WWE thought was funny. There's competition now for WWE for the first time in years out of what WWE thought was crap.
Yeah.
Yeah, although NXT I think is great. In fact, an AEW, I think so that when all said and done. So I won't have a word said against NXT because I think that's consistently great product. But as far as the main roster, Raw and SmackDown's concerned, Dale, I completely agree. It's just been piss poor a lot of the time. I watch the pay-per-views because it's like an event. It's like kind of fun just to, sort of watch it live. But the weekly television, I can live without it.
2 years ago was the last time I booked off the day after WrestleMania. I used to put a holiday day in so I could stay up all night and watch WrestleMania. 2 years ago, I was like, me and the kids waited up and we were like, I didn't even watch it. I watched as much as I could, and I was like, I'm going to bed. This is an extended episode of Raw. Fuck this.
They're too long as well now, aren't they? WrestleMania.
Yeah, it's about 6 or 7 hours. You got the pre-show and stuff, and
yeah.
I'm all
and you've got all the other stuff
that
comes along over the weekend as well. So if you're really binging on all the WrestleMania weekend stuff, you've got bloody Hall of Fame, you've got an NXT takeover, which is always a good show, but a bloody 7-8 hour WrestleMania on the Sunday. It's too much.
Remember what we said though, Jimmy?
I suppose you really got Raw the following Monday as well. We're back to wrestling.
Remember what we said we're going to
try
and do though, Jimmy. Remember we said what we were going to try and do, though? Me and you.
What?
Mania.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, but, being there, that's, a proper, really cool once-in-a-lifetime experience. It'd be once in my lifetime, anyway.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, definitely. How do you even afford that?
Mania 40. That's the plan.
Yeah, Mania 40. Unless somehow one of the Mania 38 ends up being held in London or something, which I can't really see, but it's possible. Then maybe we could shoot for a UK based one, possibly if it's earlier. But
the way it's going, Mania 40 will be held in Greenstown in Cardiff, and Brock Lesnar will be there with his 8 rolls of flab. Because he's got too old to wrestle.
Yeah, what are all the logos going to be for WrestleMania Wales? Is it going to be sort of the WWE logo made out of leeks or something?
Yeah. We'll have 4 X on it.
Oh, well, welcome to Sheep. Isn't it?
Yeah. WrestleMania.
Sorry, I think Dale might be feeling slightly racially persecuted.
Yeah. No, I'm absolutely fine because it's still better than the product is at the moment.
No, it was sponsored by Castlemaine 4X, wasn't
it? No, we drink Stella in Wales. We call it wife beater juice.
What does Craig say? You totally agree. Vince and WWE has this thing where one is established, they don't let them keep them, and that is stupid. Yeah. You know what, Mr. James? I've not watched NWA Power for a little while. I enjoy it. I enjoyed it when I watched it, but it was just there again. It was like the whole Ring of Honor thing. It's too much wrestling for me to just watch on a weekly basis. Really, sometimes you need a break from it, don't you? Much as I love wrestling. I think Rach is she's the perfect wrestling fan because she could just sort of watch it and absorb it so much. Whereas me, I love it and I watch a lot, but I do need a break from it every once in a while.
That's
I just need a day or 2 days where it's just something completely different. Whereas like every day when you talk to Ray, it's like, oh, I've just been watching Progress or I've just been watching Ring of Honor. So well done, Rach. You're putting fans like me and Jason and Dale to shame.
Rach, you are a legend for the amount of wrestling you watch.
I think we become a bit jaded.
Well done for sitting through the shit.
We don't have to.
No.
Thanks for watching what I don't want to watch.
yeah. Someone's got to. Yeah, it's a dirty job, but Rach is going to do it.
I do think
Rach found the Young Bucks on Pop Culture today. Yeah, they were on sale at Pop Culture late last year. I don't know if they're still on sale. They're a pretty good price. It was like $20 Australian, which I don't think is much in pounds. It's like not much over a tenner, maybe.
Something like
that. I don't know.
Yeah.
I see it's difficult converting Australian dollars, isn't it? Like you look at an Australian amount and it says something ridiculous like $60, and then you realise that isn't actually that much in English money. Well, sorry, British money, I should say. You don't get anything like Welsh money. You know, you get Scottish money and you get Irish money. You don't get Welsh money, do
you? No, there is no Welsh money. We just steal yours.
Reminds me of that joke on Bottom where Eddie printing money, and then he gives Richie like a triangular shaped note, and Richie's like, "What's this?" And Eddie says, "It's Welsh money."
I love Bottom.
Oh, it's amazing, isn't it? Oh, you know what? Feeling down in the dumps, or you just need something to cheer you up for a few hours. Stick a series of Bottom.
My favourite ever episode is the one where they go camping, looking for the Wombles. That's my favourite ever episode.
I could still see the bus stop from here.
I don't remember seeing that one.
Oh, that's a classic. Well, they all are really, but yeah.
I think the Wombles one was one of the last ones.
But that episode, the camping one, I think that was series 2, I believe.
What was
that? I've seen it so many times.
It was the last one of a series, wasn't it?
Yeah. What was that?
Yes, I think it was the last one of series. Yeah, thinking about it, yeah, you're right.
Yeah, who were their two
mates?
Then
there were another series a few years later.
The one that's played by I can't even remember his name. Same guy who played Mike in The Young Ones. There was him and a big bloke.
Right, yeah,
Spudgun and Alexi Sale.
And Spudgun was played.
Was that Alexi Sale?
I'm picturing it. No, it's not.
No, it wasn't. It was Alexi Sale was in The Young Ones, but then it's the Christmas one you're on about with the jacket Spud.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Spudgun and whatever. Yeah, big bloke in what's it, sort of knitted tank top thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, he was in a few, yeah. Oh, it's annoying me that I can't remember the actor's name now because I've watched him so many times. He was in an episode of Minder once as well, playing a nasty piece of work. An episode of Minder.
Oh, Dave Hedgehog. Mr. Jams just said.
I said Dave. Yeah, I said Dave Hedgehog like 5 minutes. Oh, bloody hell!
I've been here.
It's like one of those like awkward TV interviews, isn't it? Where like sort of like it's a satellite link, and even though like the people are probably only like the other end of London to each other, it's like there's always that awkward pause.
Sorry, mate, I didn't
like that. Talking to you is like that, Jason. It's like, you know.
Thank you.
I feel my life's buffering with you sometimes.
And now back to you in the studio.
Yeah. Get a nice shot of Dale, some part of Dale's anatomy, anyway.
Ah. If it's his, hey, don't show your ass. Jimmy likes asses.
I do not. I do.
You have. You guys think about
I haven't got a thing about arses. I haven't. It's just.
I was saying good night to the better half. You guys are fucking disgusting.
I've just spent too much virtual time with him. That's why.
He keeps on going things
You
about.
know, he can't beat him. Join him.
Poor Kevin the carrot. and you've got an alias, right? Have you not got an alias? I have an arse fetish. That's your alias.
Yes.
I do have an alias for obvious reasons. Shut the fuck up.
So I've only muted Jason. You can speak freely, Dale. No, I muted Jason because like people are asking in the comments, Jason, and I'm trying to keep some semblance of order here. Right, Craig has said, "What is our view of Kushida's partner in the Dusty Tag Team Classic?" So, I'm going to unmute you now, Jason. You can answer that question for Craig, rather than just be rude and just talk over people like you always do.
I don't know anything about that because I've not watched it.
Oh bloody hell! No, yeah, you need to catch up on that and all. It's Alex Shelley. Alex Shelley is.
All right, fair play. Cool.
Yeah. So I think they were partners in Japan a few years ago. Apparently, I'm not sure.
Well, that'd be good.
Mr. Jam says Christopher Ryan was Dave Hedgehog and Stephen O'Donnell was Spud Gun. That's him, Stephen O'Donnell. Yeah, one of those names.
I remember Spud Gun. Terry's all gold.
Right.
Frankenstein mask and grrr.
Yeah. Gold, Frankenstein and grrr. And I'm a virgin. I thought you said you weren't. No, I was just fibbing to look hunky.
Bless
Jason, Jason, piss off and watch Bottom, will you? And then you might actually get some of it.
I know some of it. I just didn't watch all of it.
Oh no, this is going over my head. And although it's easy to go over Jason's head because he's like 3'5" or something.
Everyone says that, and then they meet me and they say, "Oh, you're taller than I thought you were."
I've watched videos of you where like you can see like a full body shot. You're bloody tiny. Do you remember that video that vlog you put up? It was only a couple of weeks ago, and like you were like molesting that plastic donkey. It's like the bloody donkey were bigger than you. You were sat there sort of like tickling this like plastic donkey outside a restaurant in a really creepy way.
To be fair, I got a parcel from Jimmy, and I thought you were inside it.
No, I am a short bloke.
That would have been confiscated by Royal Mail if Jason had been in that. Yeah. They're not going to allow people to send Jason just for hygiene purposes.
Contraband.
Yeah. It'd be like against some sort of like methane laws or something to package Jason off.
No, I am a short ass bloke. I'll admit that. I'm 5'4".
Men always exaggerate the height, don't they? I think it's exaggerated that by a good 4 or 5 inches.
Sure, 3'2".
Yeah, it's exaggerated it by a good couple of feet.
If that was the case, I'd be like this over the keyboard.
Everyone thinks I'm 6 foot. I'm not. I'm 5'10".
Fair enough.
5'10".
Craig, man.
You're all for Shelley now. All we need is Sabin.
Yeah.
I like it when these like old indie guys turn up in NXT, like when Roderick Strong came in, and there's been plenty of others I know. I suppose they're not getting any younger though. That's the thing. I mean, I had to look up how old Alex Shelley was the other day, and he's younger than me. But you know that's not.
Craig, you know what that means?
Oh yeah, the old yeah. Jason is an old TNA fanboy. Yeah,
they were great. They were,
even though TNA as the actual TNA initials haven't existed for years. Bloody you can guarantee when we're doing a wrestling show, Jason will bring up TNA somewhere. Like he's
because when it was TNA, it was good.
Glory, like it was some sort of glorious era in wrestling. It wasn't really.
Wait,
at one point when Billy Corgan took over, it was almost half decent.
Yeah.
Oh, I'd stop watching it.
I said almost half decent.
Hogan cocked it up.
They had the Cowboy and I can't think of anyone that's famous. The Hardy Boys were fucked by then.
Kurt Angle was in there.
Yeah, but he was like 70.
No, they had.
AJ Suicide, and we all knew who Suicide was, and he was like 40.
No, he's played by about 3 different people anyway.
Oh, they were all old.
But AJ, AJ Styles, Samoa Joe, Bobby Roode.
Was like I don't know. Yeah, there were some TNA pay-per-views. I did collect them on DVD for a while, and there were some good shows. But if you just look back at the history, they did more stuff completely. They just ballsed up more stuff than a little really TNA did.
Yeah.
And I don't think, I refuse to look back on them like Jason does with completely rose-tinted spectacles, because there was a lot of absolute rubbish. I mean, if you're going to employ Vince Russo for that length of time, then you deserve everything you get, really, in my opinion.
But at the time, I think they were better than WWE.
Jeremy Borash, legend.
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
Six-sided ring, one guy with a leg missing, and
apparently most of the roster hated the 6-sided rings. It just threw them off. Like, they didn't have to work in it.
Pound Shop King.
I'm
not being sarcastic at all.
A bit.
I don't remember Pound Shop King.
A bit, yeah. He was Pound Shop King.
Yeah.
Oh, I liked Abyss.
Well, yeah. I mean, we're not saying. I don't think Dale's particularly saying being a Pound Shop Kane is, but yeah, for me, it was always like a cross between Kane and Mankind for me.
Yeah. I mean, that is fair. That is fair.
They tried to make their money from something that had been and gone before. They were 10 years too late and everything. They were trying to be dangerous 10 years after wrestling was dangerous, and then they turned it down.
The TNA had some good ideas, like sort of the X Division and Ultimate X matches and stuff, but they were focusing too much on trying to be like a light version of WWE, where if they'd focused on their original stars, like
I would agree with that,
and Daniels and stuff, and like not worried about bloody we need to sign Hogan, we need to I suppose signing Kurt Angle wasn't harmful, but certainly signing
Hogan and Bishop signing them was the biggest mistake they made.
There was no need for Ric Flair to tarnish his legacy and go there at all. So they could have. I don't know. I think they tried to be bigger than what they were, and it just didn't. It never looked right to me.
Yeah, but I would agree with that to an extent.
I think if they kind of stayed how sort of Ring of Honor have done it, and just kind of stayed more low key generally, and I think I know Impact's still going now, but I never bothered looking.
Is it still going now?
Don't care.
Yeah, I've not watched it in ages, but it's not the same.
Years.
It's definitely not the same.
It's a different company, really, now, isn't it?
It is. The TNA's got nothing to do with it.
Well, in canon terms, it's the same company. Or it sort of derives from TNA, but aesthetically, if you look at them both, it is like 2 different companies. But the sides were super hard when they land. Yes, that's right, actually, James, because it was the ring had to be built a different way, so there's more harder bits underneath. Yeah. Back to wrestling again. So Funko Pops, they're great, aren't they? I love them.
Let's go back to Funko Pops. Do you know what? I didn't love Funko Pops that much. I'm just changing my battery on my fag.
All right.
Yeah. No. So we'll have to see what's coming out this year. Be loads more shit that nobody wants.
I mean, 2019 was crazy year for releases.
Didn't they say? there's something like 3,000. Not just pops, but they had about 3,000 items come out.
But it wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah, because they were doing the board games and the vinyl figures that you liked. Whatever.
Yeah.
5-star ones and all that as well.
Mm.
It wouldn't shock
not
me.
that keen on the 5-star.
No,
they're a little bit small and cutesy poo for me. But
I do like point-sized heroes though. I still like those.
yeah, they're all right. I don't bother with them because I'd have trouble displaying them nicely because they're just a bit small. But, yeah.
But no, I think this last year, Funko overdid it a bit with all the trying to diversify too much.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what they do because, like, some people are saying, like, the sort of it's peaked now. The whole Funko thing. I don't know. Maybe it has. And
but
people are saying valuations are going to start dropping, but I don't know.
It was supposed to have peaked 3 or 4 years ago. It was like I didn't really like Funko Pops, but I wanted the Opie Winston Sons of Anarchy Funko Pop. And now if you look it up online, that was my grail and that was my first Funko Pop.
Rachel says she's got a glass shelf collectibles pop or whatever it is.
Oh, you've the one you bought for I can't remember what I don't even know if you told what that was, Rach. I know you've been buying a few from Pop Culture recently. Yeah, I mean,
my Funko Pop collection started on that Opie Winston, and it was £65. 4 years ago? And it's like I've bought
than that now, though, isn't it?
Oh yeah, it's worth 165 now, but I'd never ever sell it. Ever.
But apparently, and this is only what I've sort of seen on sort of more expert channels, that people who really collect a lot of things and have been doing it for donkey's years. They reckon that the values across the board are going to be going through the floor this year. And how they can predict that, I'm not sure, but I think they're saying like Funko, oversaturating the market doesn't help, and
they might do because of the amount they're releasing. I mean, they release a Funko Pop for "I Just Farted." Use a pink cloud.
Yeah, Jason, we know that's your ultimate grail, mate. Yeah, we know.
A pink cloud using fart. 40.
Anyway, I think the problem with Funko is you've got chrome, then you've got multicolored chrome, then you've got
they way overdid it.
It's just you could argue like things like the red chrome Darth Vader is kind of connected to a scene in the movie. Right,
so you could argue chrome, like there's some, was it Thanos or someone? Like, there's how many different chrome variants of him?
There's about 6 that I know of.
There was 6 for each of the stones.
That's right. Yes, it was, wasn't it?
Who needs the same Thanos figure 6 times, but just with a different chrome?
And do you know what? I'm a Marvel effing geek. And I was like, I'm paying for one of them.
Oh,
bye. You're taking the piss now.
Yeah.
I'm not buying one of the 6.
Yeah, I'll tell you what I do want, actually, is I still want Kraven, Sandman, and if I can get hold of him, the Kingpin from the Spider-Man series. I don't know if you managed to get those.
Top Pops is a good example of that. Top Pops is a little prick as far as I'm concerned. I can't be dealing with it. So I know there's people out there who think, like, for some reason, this like snot-nosed 16-year-old little kid is like sort of like the greatest Funko YouTuber of all time. But like, all these videos are so samey. Like, if you've put it this way, if you've watched one Top Pops pop hunt, then you've seen them all. I guarantee you that it's just the same shit different day with him.
Well, I don't know about.
On top of what Jimmy has just said, we all work full time. We pay for our houses, we pay for our children, whatever. Whatever we got left, we spend on Funko. We spend on what we love.
Yeah.
Everyone else, like, just join in, have fun, love it.
Yeah.
It's like this whole copper thing. It really got a lot of people. Can I say the effing bit? Like,
yeah, you can say say what you want.
It really got people fucking scared, and I got proper scared about it because I was unboxing Funko Pops. They could be child friendly. I was unboxing Marvel Legends that are definitely child friendly. If you're a 12-year-old child and you're spending £25 on a figure, maybe your dad didn't hug you enough or whatever. But what we do is expensive.
But you think about it, right? Why do we enjoy collecting what we collect, right? Because if you think about it, I know my mum and dad, right? My mum and dad did the best they could with what they had, right? But they weren't massively well paid. Yeah. You know, but they would, you know, I was absolutely chuffed to bits when I got my Spectrum when I was 12, my ZX Spectrum. I didn't think I was going to get it because I thought, oh, that's way too expensive. They're not going to be able to afford that. But now, when you're earning, right, and I mean, you think for me anyway, because I'm on my own. I don't drive. I don't smoke. I barely drink. I ain't got a lot of, you know, apart from the bills and that, I've not got a massive amount of expenses, shall we say. So now that you can now afford to go out and buy the stuff you couldn't buy as a kid. You know, if Pops have existed when you was a kid, you probably still would have wanted them.
Oh yeah,
I used to like the turtle figures when I was a kid, but I didn't want them all. I just wanted like the turtles and like a couple of the vehicles, like the motorbike and the van, I think, and that were it. I weren't even bothered about April O'Neil, which was a shame because I think she was quite a foxy lady back in the day, from what I remember.
She turned out to be foxy.
And I was never massively. Sorry, go on.
No, I was only going to say regarding these rumours or these predictions rather than rumours that the bottom's going to fall out the Funko market. I mean, if you look at it from Funko's point of view, I suppose it's, you know, what if you're in charge of Funko and like you see like 2018 or 2017 were like good years, even though you were selling relatively few, and you've just got a chance to increase your licenses and make more lines and potentially sell more. I suppose you wouldn't not do it, would you? If you're getting to be a big company, I suppose it's a kind of damned if you do, damned if you don't situation for Funko. If they kind of rested on the laurels and didn't bring anything out last year, we'd be like, oh, well, this is crap. Hardly anything's come out.
I think
but instead it's like, oh, there's too much. It's like, you know, where's the happy medium?
Without being rude to anyone else in this chat, as in all three of us, Jimmy and don't tell my mum. Please don't tell my mum. But we have this sort of thing where you're adults. Like we're not children. We're adults and we collect. And like I put this thing on this week, and I was like, if you're a child, fuck you, fuck off. Don't look at my video. And I felt awful for doing it. I really did. I'm a foul-mouthed person by nature, but my YouTube was like my nice side of me, and you boys know what I do. So I was like, let me be me, because when I go to work, I do work me, and then I'm like, do you know what? If I can get fucking 200 subscribers and fuck the kids off. Fuck off, kids. Fuck off.
But that's what I think. That's the thing with because when I was doing mine, I thought, well, everyone else is doing sort of like child-friendly content.
Yeah, it's like everyone's trying to be like Top Pops and be all sort of, oh, hi
Yeah.
guys, oh, let's go to
Yeah,
Target today
I
again.
just think no, be yourself.
Yeah.
Be yourself, right? I have different sides to my persona. When I'm with Jimmy knows, right? When I'm with my folks, I behave myself for the most part, don't I?
Yeah,
Right?
Dale, he's actually almost normal when he's with his family. It's it's weird.
But when I'm with my mates or whatever, then I when I'm with my mates or whatever, just like dick about,
Yeah, and molest
not?
plastic donkeys.
So I went upstairs the other day and I was like, right, this 12-year-old. The whole thing was that Shatmus Prime, he got a fucking warning over it.
Yeah.
And I was like, Shatmus Prime, his song is Shatmus Prime. He's talking about shitting on people, and somebody said, that's fine for kids. But because you got a toy in your hand, not suitable for kids. So I was like, right, cool. So I'm going to say, fuck you, fuck off, fuck off. Right, sorry, guys. But yeah.
Yeah.
So that was my deal. And Shatmus has done the same thing. And I'm like, yeah, well, fuck you. Come back in a year's time, 2 years' time. And maybe let's build a community out of it.
Yeah.
I don't know where I was going with that. I'm lost.
Thank you, Leroy. No, but
I thought that was a comment worth highlighting from Fran.
Yes, definitely.
Speaking of comments, seeing if I've missed anything here. Pops in the USA much cheaper, James. Yeah, absolutely.
I know what I did miss was the little girl. There's all the Christmas stuff and.
But why shouldn't you include, if you want, some of your family content?
No, not my family content. Like, I joined this community probably fucking really late to everyone else, but there was other people, and one of them has a child.
Not much over a year, really, because I still feel kind of new in a way.
I'm less than a year in, but you've got Jessica. I'm not saying by lead, but you know what I mean. She's got a kid in the video, and we all support that. And we're all like, "Hey, come on, Jess, come on, your kid, come on, get your comments, get your support." Suddenly, I can't play with you guys.
Yeah, it's same for Stephen, isn't it?
Yeah, because Stephen, he's got his little girl in.
Yeah,
and I'm like, I understand it to a degree. I really do. They've got to protect the children.
Yeah.
Yeah, protect the children by all means. But at the same point, when the adult of that child says, this is fine...
The easiest way to protect the children on YouTube is just to like ban Adam McGee from ever opening another account as long as he lives. Yeah, I'm going to say, I don't give a fuck. It's 2020. Adam McGee's a fucking pervert, and like you can take that to the bank. And Adam, if you ever manage to see this replay back, fuck you, my friend, because you are fucking nonce. There we are. So I haven't even got the excuse of drinking alcohol because I'm teetotal, so I'm totally sober saying that. I just don't give a fuck anymore.
I'll do better than you, Adam McGee.
Oh, go on.
Adam McGee, I do drink, and I'm hard as fuck. I will fucking hurt you if you come back on this channel. Do one, you little prick. Bye-bye.
All I'll add to that is, see that.
Yeah. And well, yeah, I mean, we're sort of making light of it, which is the best, which I suppose all we can do. But I mean, that was a really awkward situation for us like, early on in last year. Yeah. But it wasn't a pleasant thing for us to go through. I mean, and I did feel sorry for Jason, in a way, a lot more than myself or anyone else, because Jason, you'd obviously known him for a lot longer time than I had.
But we
Well,
had
it's-
conversations. This is the
Yeah.
thing, man. We've got a really good community. As
Yeah.
someone as big as Geeky Heathen, I think Geeky Heathen is probably the biggest we've got. Yeah.
I think so. Yeah.
I would say so. I would have thought. I mean, well, I mean, if you go in terms of subscriber numbers, then Abigail Barry, BBW, and how Leroy hasn't plugged this yet, I don't know, because like he's so under Abby's thumb, like he has to mention it nearly every day. But Abigail Barry has something like 6,000 subs now. But I think she has to admit, like Funko unboxings and collecting is like only really a small percentage of her channel. Whereas, like, well, I mean, I suppose Geeky Heathen, I wouldn't say he's a Funko YouTuber specific. I'd say he's more a subscription box guy. But he does happen to unbox pops now and again.
Yeah.
So, but he's kind of in that genre. Whereas Abby, I mean, she'll do like sort of motivational vlogs, and she'll do like she does a lot of fashion related stuff as well, doesn't she? Like, and I know Leroy. I'll thank you for sending me that video of you in Abigail's underwear. That one was something that I've been enjoying most evenings. But that's only ever been seen by me.
No, but I mean,
I'm the biggest in actual size, mate. Yeah, in actual sort of girth, I'm definitely the biggest YouTuber.
But I diversify a fair bit. I mean, you do now, Jimmy. When you think about it, because you're doing your vinyl.
Yeah,
and your music related
I really
stuff.
love doing those as well. Yeah,
yeah, you Top of the Pops things.
I think we all do. I don't think there's any of us who do just Funko Pops and nothing else. Because like Jess and Peyton, they've got their Harry Potter subscription boxes. I suppose Rach Kappa, have you done a sub box before, Rach? I'm trying to think now.
I think she has. She's had a few things like that.
Yeah. But I mean, Rach is also part of the wrestling stream. For me, I know it's on my channel, but for me, it's like a collaborative thing. So that's another string to Rach's bow, like it's a string to ours.
Last year we had the Santa. What do you think about this year? Like a proper meet and greet where people come to see the smallest of UK YouTubers. You give it about 10 months and...
Yeah. I mean, I've been saying for a while we ought to do some sort of meetup, right?
I like Beardo's idea here. We should do like a really sort of low-key convention style thing. Like hold it in some village hall. Come and meet your favourite small YouTubers. Get your bog roll signed by Jason Clow at Not Suitable for Mum.
I will sign the bog roll. I'll sign all of your
see the handbag
rolls.
fight over those 100 subscribers between Jimmy Barnes and Leroy Screwballs. Abigail Barry, the referee.
You can get some of your shower curtains in, Jimmy.
Me and Jimmy, we
I'll be there with my merch table, like all that expensive Redbubble stuff that even I can't afford to buy for myself. Yeah, Rach, you've done some film reviews. Yeah, of course you have.
Yeah. No,
Oh, Jonathan Rings here. Hello, Ringles.
Did any of you guys ever see any of my? I haven't done them in ages. My what I call retro rewind videos.
Probably, but
it was me playing a random game on an emulator. Yeah, and basically swearing at the camera when I couldn't play the game properly because I didn't know what I was doing.
Yeah, but you don't know what you're doing for pretty much anything.
I know, but this is even more so.
Yeah, I mean,
game with no instructions.
I didn't really want to say anything to you. I didn't want to hurt your your editing has become really haphazard at the moment.
Yeah, I know.
Like your videos kick off with you like the last one I watched. It started off with YouTube and welcome to Not Suitable. I'm not YouTube, but it's like, oh yeah. Hello and welcome YouTube to Not Suitable.
I don't know. I don't know what happened.
That's about an hour ago.
I must, as I say, look over them more carefully. No, I do them. Normally, you see, it's fine. I was doing it and they were coming out fine. I had them where I wanted them, all the rest of it, bloody, bloody, blah. Not a problem. And I don't know whether I've had a brain fart over the new year or what it is, but something's gone on.
Well, yeah, I mean, you've had plenty of
what do you reckon,
farts,
gentlemen? Like a monthly, I know Jedi Patrol do it in America, and they get hundreds of thousands of views, but they're all whatever. Let's Funko, Star Wars, Marvel. Let's try and get a community going. I think that's going in this UK.
Well, yeah, I mean, I'd like to think we have got a little community going, but we're just people who are, we're just on the fringes, really. We're just low level. I mean, I think even Glenn, if he was here, I know he's got way more subs than the rest of us, apart from Abby, but you can't. It's apples and oranges. I think Glenn, he's modest enough to say, he considers himself a sort of lower level, even though for us, he's monetized and everything. He's way up there.
Yeah, he's
that's
the epitome,
you
and
should
we
be jealous of, Leroy. You should be jealous of Geeky Heathen who gets monetized, mate, not me. Like,
Well,
I started YouTube 10 months ago, and Geeky Heathen didn't say, "Oh, I've got X amount of subscribers."
No,
fuck off.
Didn't.
He was like, "I've got X amount of subscribers. This will help." Nobody did.
Yeah.
Dale, mate, can I just ask, how much have you had to drink today?
Yeah, exactly, James. I agree with that about the trolls.
A little bit.
I like Frampton's comment about on his video. Jason wished us all a Merry Christmas last week.
How fucking far behind is he?
I love how not suitable for Mum's channel. There's just no continuity whatsoever. You go by his calendar in the background, and then like one video it's December, and then like next week it's October.
Yeah, well, you don't have to worry about that because I haven't got the calendar up anymore.
Well,
but
no,
I'm drunk.
I haven't got a new
I'm
calendar
drunk
this year. Yeah.
It's just when I recorded them and then released them, and it wasn't in any particular order.
We've done the biggest YouTuber. Let's do the smallest. My vote goes to. I wouldn't even call Ringo a fucking YouTuber. I've told Ringo he needs to have recorded and put out some sort of video by the end of the week. Otherwise, he's out. He's just out of the community. I think we should cast him asunder. Like, well, no, not like bloody Funko Rama, because I mean, Ringo might be a lazy little kid, but he's not a pervert. So, but. No. To be fair, Jonathan Ring, I do take the mick a lot. Although I think Jonathan Ring, he knows how to troll me. He knows what buttons to push for me. Ringo does, and I think he'd admit it if he was honest. Yeah. But I will say he's a valuable member of the community simply because of all the great graphic work he's done for me.
Yes, very much so.
For Leroy, he's done some for Red-Headed Funko. I believe. Mother, I won't mention too much about it in case he's keeping it under his hat, but I believe he's doing some work elsewhere for another certain small YouTuber.
Yeah, he's also a master of finding the correct clip at the correct time in terms of audio.
Yeah, he's brilliant for he's brilliant for finding old stuff from the clip dump whenever you need it. Yeah, he's much faster than me at that.
He's also a master of ignoring fucking the well. I'm drunk.
Ignoring what?
The Welsh guy.
Ignoring the Welsh, you said. Master of ignoring the Welsh.
Ringo, you've not ignored Beardo, have you?
Yes.
I mean, Jason, congratulations, Jason. You're finally not the most flatulent man on YouTube anymore. Your title has been taken.
That was giving me a run for the money.
That's my lungs. Jesus ass.
Oh dear.
Oh dear.
Yeah, so Ringo, obviously you are a valued member of the community. I mean, you're a lazy little git
Definitely.
regarding your own channel, but you've done great work for many of us, and I want you to know that doesn't go unappreciated. Certainly not by me, anyway.
He's a good laugh, is old Ringo.
Well, no, I wouldn't go that far.
Jason.
I mean, I don't think he's funny whatsoever, really. But you know, he's one of these little millennial kids into you, like comes out with stuff that I don't get.
Oh, he amuses me.
All these memes are different, and I don't get them.
Yeah.
I'm too old for that sort of stuff now.
Sounds like a victim to me.
Yeah. Well, I don't know what the bloody hell this topic was at the start of the stream. I've no idea.
At the start, it was about rodents, mate. If you remember, at the very start. Like
Well, yeah, but that wasn't really a topic start, was it? It was just a comment.
Well, think about the title of this stream. I mean, that's what it was. Talking Funko, featuring the gas man, Jason Clow. Although I'll probably need to change that now because we've got a new king of gas now. Look, you know, he's had a skinful. He's there. See, there he is.
Well, I was going to say it's like British gas and Scottish power, but he's not Scottish.
Millennials
I'll
don't have
them
topics.
too.
They're too sensitive at getting offended. Yep, that's true, Leroy, you snowflake cook. Yes, that's exactly right.
I don't think
we've had all sorts. We've talked a lot about wrestling. I get the feeling we've due a belch off between Jason and Dale at some point. Although I think Dale's going to win. I know, Jason, you're a bit funny with
belching than I am.
Yeah,
I'll win.
I don't do much belching, actually. I used to, but I don't now. I don't know why.
No,
it's the other end.
In it. Yeah, we know. Oh, that one you sent last night. I mean, I mean, obviously, I could only go by what I hear, but that sounded wetter than bloody Katie Price's gusset. That did,
I was just gonna say, he turned his head. He did that, and I heard glug glug glug, spladosh.
What?
No,
I don't know what you drank, but it was glug glug glug. Blood.
Do it again.
Wait 5 minutes, and they'll fucking tell. Yeah. I mean, veganism. It's not something that I would ever be able to do because I just enjoy meat too much. But if people want to live a vegan lifestyle and just want to get on with it and whatever, then that's up to them. It's like it's their choice. But I don't like it when people try and enforce their beliefs. And for me, it's a lot like religion, really, veganism. It's become more sort of like people trying to convert you somehow. It's like, no, you just need to build. You need your own free will to choose these things, don't you?
I've stopped eating a fair few things.
100% agree with you.
Yeah, I've stopped eating a fair few things, but you're never going to stop me eating burgers.
I'd love Leroy Screwballs to come on the screen, but he seems happier in chat at the moment, Craig. He is welcome. He has the link to get in. I mean, he better make it quick because I'm. Are
you flagging, Jimmy?
I think Dale's ready for a black coffee now, probably.
No, get Jimmy.
Oh no! What is it you're drinking again, mate?
No, I'm on lager now.
Lager now, right? Okay. What sort is that? Is it
it's a bit like me.
Ale, is it?
It's a bit like watching my mate
Brewdog Punk IPA.
Brewdog. I know Brewdog. Yeah, I mean, not me being teetotal for years. I haven't really shown much of an interest, but I used to love sort of trying foreign beers and stuff back in the day.
My mate Chris can't drink.
My favourite. I don't know if you must. I bet you've probably had this at some point, Dale. Hoegaarden was my favourite. I used to love that. Have you had it?
I probably have, but it
It looks cloudy. It looks like some old woman's piss. It's in the glass. It looks really dodgy, but it tastes so good. That is the one beer that I really miss. And if someone offered me a pint, oh, he's gone again. I'd find it really difficult to turn down. And I haven't touched a drop of anything in quite a few years now. But Hoegaarden was just mwah. Beer talk. What was your favourite beer back in the day, Jace?
When I was drinking beer, well, I suppose I was more lager than beers, really. I did like.
Well, yeah, I mean lager as well. I mean,
I liked Miller Lite, Carling Black Label.
You can tell it's been a while since you've had one. You still call it Carling Black Label.
Well,
it's having Black Label for about 20 years. Well, yeah.
Well, whatever. Anyway, yeah, but I've been on rum for about the last 20 years, mate. So there you go, and the rest. No, we drink the old little stubby bottles of Heineken, just because they were quick to drink.
Yeah, I like them little cans of Heineken.
That sort of thing.
Yeah.
But no, I've been into spirits for years now, mainly vodka and rum. But yeah.
Yeah, I did all that sort of stuff when I was a student, and it just made me ill all the time. Just mixing my drinks and being irresponsible. When I was a student, I was a fucking idiot. I just couldn't handle my drink. I was going out every night as well.
Oh well, there you go then.
It was ridiculous. I just wasn't giving myself a break with that, and it just made me ill.
Yeah. No, I've only about 3 times I've ever forgotten what I've done drinking, and one of them I know I definitely passed out. But that's about it. Most of the rest of the time I knew what I was doing. Yeah, I was completely shit-faced, right? Yeah, I was acting like a cock, but I still remember doing it.
Well, Frampton sees you as a dry white wine kind of guy, which it looks like somebody who'd enjoy a blue nun, doesn't he? But I don't necessarily mean the wine. I just think he'd like to meet a really rude nun one day. That was a bad joke, but you it's late, isn't it?
There we go.
You're a lager drinker. You're a woodpecker cider fan. I've tried cider occasionally. Just couldn't get into it at all. Which is weird because I like apple-based things a lot.
They're gone again. Has Dale fallen asleep?
Yeah, he went about 5 minutes ago.
Yeah, no, but it just didn't sort of really say anything. He just disappeared.
God, you fucking hammered, isn't he?
Yeah, I know.
God, yeah.
Fair play, though.
Well, yeah. It's it's Saturday night. You can, if you want to enjoy a few vats of alcohol while it's at home, then why not? Yeah. When I was a student, I was a fucking idiot. Then I grew up and became a complete cunt. It takes one to know one, Frampton. Yeah. Don't forget, this complete cunt has got over 700 subscribers while you were struggling to get 600. So just remember that. Yeah. Yeah.
No,
everyone, please go and subscribe to Leroy Screwballs if you're not already, because every subscription helps. And if you can get even within a gnat's breath of me this year, then I think that's going to make his year. So
it would.
It means a lot. It means a lot to him. Personally, I'm more about sort of focusing on my own content rather than being in some sort of subs race. I don't go in for that sort of thing. But it's important to Frampton. It's important to him, then it's going to be important to me. I support him.
I still to this day do not know why you ever called him Frampton to begin with.
I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, it suits him. It suits him.
Well, it suits him because I've said it so often. It's weird, isn't it? I had this. I've done it for years. It's like certain friends. It's like I'll hear a name somewhere and I'll think, oh, that suits them better than their own name. And I don't know. I probably saw Peter Frampton somewhere and thought,
yeah.
And I just called Leroy I think it's like an Asperger's thing. I can't really explain. I can't really explain it. That's the thing.
No.
It just kind of stuck. It's weird.
It's just your brain, you know. Well, my sense of humour. You know what that's like, and it's just like off the wall.
My brother's a bit like that. My brother has given me the same sort of nicknames like all my life, and to the outside world, like, they don't really make any sense, and they don't make much sense to me. But because I've heard them for like 30 odd years, I'm used to it. Of course, Leroy. You know that I'm massively in love with you always, Frampton. And I obviously support you in your YouTube endeavors. Just remember, it's not a sprint, it's a marathon. That's all I'll say to you. And you will get there, Leroy, in 5 years' time. We're going to be waiting for your ITV2 show where you and Dapper laughs and just trying to think of another sort of really awful, perverted comedian.
Yeah, it is a special government, a special musical guest to be a reformed N-Dubs.
Oh, I'll look forward to that.
Do you remember them?
He might have passed out, actually. His missus were there, though. Mrs. Bearded Geek was there, so she'll look after him, I'm sure.
Yeah.
The Pop-Tarts here.
Hello, Lee. You all right, buddy?
You've missed Bearded Geek reviews getting drunk, Tarty.
That was quite amusing.
He's absolutely battered, mate.
What he was saying was like watching me type. Wasn't it?
Yeah, pretty much.
There you
go. Remember that video I did a while back? Mystery Disability. Your local Tesco in Ely has started. This lanyard actually. I've got it hanging up here. My local. I think they've rolled it out nationwide now because my local Tesco have these.
I shall have to investigate that.
Yeah, because it might be quite handy for you, Jason, possibly.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not too bad in stores, but
you just go into like a Tesco or somewhere and go to their customer service and you just ask for one, and they've got to give you. You don't have to show them proof of anything. They buy rights. They just have to say okay, and then give it you. But if you don't want to do that, you just order them on the website, and they're like.
I will say to folks, and you might, because I don't think everyone's aware of this. If you're ever going to go and see a show, if you're going with somebody, say that they're your carer. Doesn't matter if they're paid to do it or not, right? You'll get concessions off on tickets.
Yeah.
We're going to go and see the Book of Mormon in July, something like that, and it was going to be 150 quid for the tickets. And we got the pair for 84 quid. So there you go.
Can't whack a bargain.
Well, I mean, if you generally got an issue and it's something you're entitled to it, then why not take advantage of it?
Yeah.
You're not putting the fast one off for anybody, anything like that. And I mean, I've had to sign up for cards and things to say, this, that, or the other.
You're incontinent, irrelevant, and incoherent.
But most of them are free. Yes, Jimmy.
Jason's basically promoting fraud. Like, no, he's not really. No, I think because we know Jason is, on certain disability related things. So, it's. I think getting concessions, it's not a fraud thing.
You have to give
stealing wrestling. Now that is something that I disapprove of, and I don't care if you're bloody disabled or not. You shouldn't be doing that.
There you go. Well, card. Yeah, that gets me a third off.
Well, to be fair, Jason, you're so small you can fit in the luggage rack. So often you get on the train for free.
Right, that's one for the O2 in Bournemouth. And then that one is for the Mayflower in Southampton. Ask. If you don't ask, you won't get.
Jason walks into a job centre with a limp. They give you free food. Yeah, right. Bloody hell, the job.
I'm not sure I'd want.
Have you been in a job centre in the last 20 years, Frampton?
Yeah. He doesn't. Yeah, I still have to go in there.
They won't give you the steam off the piss, mate.
No.
Okay,
thank you
for coming in, Tarty. Cheers, mate.
Cheers, mate.
I've seen a lot of familiar faces here tonight. I don't know if Ringo left at some. I think Ringo was just waiting for that great compliment I paid him, and he buggered off. Then shows your credit card. Yeah, shows your credit cards, Jace. Make sure we want to see both sides, though, mate. Come on, to be fair.
No, but, you got to. If you're entitled to stuff, then why not use it?
I totally agree. I totally agree with that. It's if you.
I didn't ask to be half blind and half deaf, so
No. I didn't ask to be bombarded with bad spelling and farts every day for the rest of my life.
Exactly.
Is this happening? I've just got to deal with it, really, haven't I? Yeah. What benefits do I get from knowing you, Jace? Apart from a beautiful friendship, of course,
Well, there is that. You see, there you go. And don't forget. All right, I am returning the favour, admittedly, but I've got those records to send you. Soon, I've got
you bloody tight.
Yeah, well, I'm waiting on the copy of Bad for you, mate.
Oh yeah,
right.
Yeah.
I've got to get in contact with the guy and send him the money, and I'll hopefully get those delivered this week.
Right.
So
yeah, right. Oh yeah, it was that big bundle, and you weren't sure.
Yeah,
exactly
well,
much.
I'll do like we'll do with the other ones, mate. I'll stick Bad in there for you, so you got 4 records there.
Oh, brilliant, mate! Cheers. Yeah.
Well, you sent me all those bloody 45s and stuff. So yeah.
True. Yeah.
That's it. Run my back and all that lot.
Yeah. Don't get jealous, Leroy. It's not like that. That's our special thing.
Yeah.
You didn't ask to be a super hunky guy. It's just a cross you have to bear. Yeah. I know. It must. It must be so difficult being cramped and imperfect.
So this is another thing I like. I know. We don't, organise it this way, obviously, but it's nice when you have the little contests and all the rest of it, and we get, we're sort of winning stuff of each other, and I know.
Yeah.
But no, I've done quite well on the old YouTube with mates and got people I've got to know.
Brilliant. The free stuff. I mean, I've sent a lot of stuff out, but I like doing that because I like giving people stuff.
Yeah.
Because I like to see their reaction. But
exactly.
I will say, the stuff that I've actually won or been sent, is like an act of kindness. Like Mr. Jambi, he sent me some wrestling stuff, and he's a guy who's just a subscriber. He's not even, he's never done a video or anything, but he just sent me. I know he did win a giveaway, but even so, that didn't mean he had to send me anything back.
No, obviously.
Yeah, Leroy's looking forward to the Tombstone pops. I looked up the film Tombstone on Wikipedia the other week, Leroy.
So what pops?
The Tombstone ones.
Oh yes. I know he likes that.
It's just a western, isn't it? I mean, I don't mean that disrespectfully, because just westerns are. I think if a western's on, I'll sit down and I'll enjoy it generally, but I wouldn't set my stall out to watch a western. No, is it on Netflix or anything, Leroy, that Tombstone? Because if it is, I will give it a watch. I'll add it to me watch.
That was the one with Val Kilmer in, isn't it?
I'll soon tell you. I think it was like early 90s from what I remember.
I know I've seen it.
Tombstone, 1993 American Western film directed by George P. Cosmatos. It's got Kurt Russell, Val Kilmer, Sam Elliott, Bill Paxton, Powers Booth, Michael Biehn. Oh, Donna Delaney. Oh, she's foxy. She is. Yeah. Does she get a top bollocks out in that at all, Brampton? If she does, I'm definitely going to watch.
I haven't had that expression in years. Bloody hell! No, I liked Deadwood, the TV series. That was awesome.
I wanted to see that. In fact, years ago, I had like an old, the free satellite.
Yeah.
I had they were showing all them on a channel don't know, CBS or something. I started recording them all, and I was saving them, and then I gave my box away because I was upgrading to BT at the time, and I never got to see any of the dead.
That's good.
Yeah.
The only thing is they cocked up the ending. They cocked up the ending because where it got cancelled. But thankfully they did do a movie. I think it was 2018, maybe.
Yeah, it was.
And it wasn't bad. It was a nice little tie-up, you know. But yeah, you got to see it if nothing else than Ian McShane because he's brilliant in it. And I couldn't stand bloody Lovejoy.
Yeah, it's really smug in it, Lovejoy. I often catch a tiny bit after I've like watched classic EastEnders because it's on the same channel, and it's like, oh, bloody hell, Lovejoy, this is shit. And yeah.
But yeah, no, it's a good show.
Oh, Jason Priestley's in Tombstone. I didn't know that.
Was he?
Yeah, Bill Paxton, or I might have already mentioned him. I know Bill Paxton. He's pretty good. Oh, Billy Bob Thornton's in it as well. Billy Zane's in it.
Yeah.
Oh, Terry O'Quinn. Lost, weren't he, Terry O'Quinn? Yeah, he played Locke in Lost. Robert Mitchum is the narrator. Yeah, there's quite a few well-known people in this, actually.
Yeah. Unforgiven is another good one as well.
So how many pops are coming out for Tombstone then, Frammers? So the box office 73% from Rotten Tomatoes. That's a pretty good score, I think.
No, yeah, I did like the film.
Yeah, I mean, Wikipedia article, it can't really be sort of overly biased, but looking at some of the stuff that other people have said about it, it looks all right. Yeah, I'll have to watch that actually, Frammers. Just like I say, a western. I won't choose to watch a western, but because sometimes you'll get one on bloody BBC Two or something. Won't you?
Some of them are hokey as anything.
Yeah. Yeah, I think maybe I've seen
it's when they're a bit more grim and gritty.
I mean, I remember seeing The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly many years ago.
Great films.
I did quite like it. I wasn't expecting to, but I did end up quite enjoying it.
I got all three. Of them. Well, I got all the three ones on DVD because it was a little trilogy.
Oh yeah, it was, wasn't it? Because it was for a few dollars more, and
oh crikey, Good, the Bad, and Fistful of Dollars, a few dollars more, and The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly.
Oh, The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly was third.
I think that was the last one. The Good and the Bad, and the Ugly was the last one.
Did I see that one or Fistful of? I saw either the first one or the third one. I can't remember which now, but whichever one it was, I enjoyed it. Let's just look up, just see if.
Young Guns 1 and 2, definitely, Craig. Definitely, I'd love to get them.
Tombstone isn't on Netflix, but there's something called Tombstones that's got Liam Neeson in it, but that looks nothing like a western.
No, it's not. I think I remember that one. It was a relatively recent thing as well.
Yeah, 2014, I think. 2014.
Yeah.
I
think I might even watch
that actually.
Yeah, I might have watched it. I can't remember.
A drug kingpin hires troubled ex-cop Matt Scudder to find his wife's killers. So, anything Liam Neeson's in is always it's always something to do with his missus.
Some revenge thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, because what was it?
What
was it? Not Ransom. He's done 3 of them now.
Oh, Taken.
Hey?
Taken.
Yes, that's the one. Yes, that's the one, isn't it? Where he goes about, I will find you, I will kill you.
Tombstone. It's obviously on Amazon, but it's not a Prime, so you'd have to buy it. I wonder how much it'd be on Apple Movies, just as a matter of interest. I'm not saying I'm going to buy it, but
probably get it for £1.
On Apple, yeah.
Oh, I see what you mean. I thought you meant DVD.
Well, yeah, DVD. You probably could pick it up off Amazon like second hand. It'd be like £1 something, including postage. But Tombstone movies, yep, it's that one. Western. You can't. Jesus, $11.99 to buy
Really?
that digital version. Yeah, Jesus. God, Christ, that better be good, Leroy, for me to spend 12. I'm not going to spend 12 quid. I'll wait and see if I can find it, like in CEX or something.
Yeah, I was going to say, yeah. Well, get it on eBay, I would have thought.
Tombstones, you can guarantee. No, it doesn't look like a Western at all.
Oh, pig liquor.
Best, thank you.
Sorry.
Best bet to watch Tombstone is third party. Oh, right. Yeah, well.
Let me have a look a minute.
I would be a bit of a hypocrite if I did that after everything I've said to Jason today. Well, worth it. Oh, well. I mean, like I have some films that I really love and that I think, there's not many because I watch more TV than movies, but there's a couple of films and I just rewatch them, and for me, it doesn't matter what I paid for them; they're just classics, and I love them. Like, although I know you weren't that bothered about it, Jason, but 24-Hour Party People—that's my favourite movie of all time.
I did enjoy it. I did enjoy it. I've kept it. I've kept it.
In a way, the DVD version I sent you is better than the Blu-ray that I got. Because the Blu-ray's got no subtitles or anything. It's like really bare bones.
Oh, right, okay, that's not very good.
The DVD has got normal hard of hearing subs, and it's also got like sort of like what would they call them? Like sort of sleeve note type subtitles.
Yeah.
Well, like I do recommend actually, Jason, that if you rewatch it, you turn on like this. I think they call them sleeve notes or something, and then every so often, like when you see like a scene from like history or well, like recent Manchester history, there'll be a note on the bottom of the screen that sort of explains it a bit more.
I think I remember seeing that. Actually, I did watch some of it. Yeah,
and I was right annoyed because I thought the Blu-ray would have all that and it'd just been like better picture quality.
Well, if you want it back, mate, I'm more than happy to stick it back in the post to you.
You know what? I'm tempted to ask for it back, but I feel really mean about it.
That's fine. If you want it,
the only reason I want it is because that's got all the decent sleeve notes.
Yeah, no, that's fine, mate. You're more likely to watch it again than I am.
Thing is, though, then I've got a bloody like useless Blu-ray copy. Really. And I would send you that in return, but there's no subtitle. There's not even hard of hearing subs on it.
Don't worry about it. That's fine, mate. I'll stick it in the.
I'll like sell that or bloody give it to charity.
I'll stick it in the parcel with the other stuff.
Well, yeah. I feel a bit tight, really.
No, don't be daft. Freaking hell, you've done enough for me over the last year or so. It's only been about a year, isn't it?
I love that film, and obviously, if more people who see that film, for me, the better. So, if you were wanting to keep it and rewatch it and try and get into it, then obviously that'd be great. But if you're sure you're happy in sending it,
fine, mate. Back to me. I'm sure I've got it. I'm sure I've still got it in my box. I'll dig it out. Another film you want to see, it's not a Western as such, but it's set in that sort of era, is The Gangs of New York.
Oh, yeah, I wouldn't mind. Is that
with Leo DiCaprio and Daniel Day-Lewis?
Is it a Scorsese, that one?
I think so, yeah, if I remember correctly. Really good, really good.
Well, did you see The Irishman?
The Irishman, yeah. I think I've seen that.
Watch it. I mean, like it became a bit of a joke about how long it was, weren't it? There, I did watch it all from start to finish. I don't think I watched it in breaks neither. Rach says Tombstone's $4.99 on Amazon on DVD. That's better.
$2.67 on eBay.
Oh, there we are.
And there's a director's cut version, special edition or whatever, $4.99. And if you want it in Blu-ray, if you do, $6.99.
I'd possibly risk the Blu-ray at that.
Yeah. I mean, I did enjoy. I think it's a good Western.
Frampton only watched half of The Irishman.
Yeah. I can't remember. I probably have seen it. I can't remember.
I need to watch Goodfellas again because I've got that in 4K.
Oh, that's a good film. That's a good film.
I bought. I think there was some 4K Blu-ray sale on at Amazon, and that was like the only one that kind of stood out to me. All the rest were like sort of Marvel things. And I bought it, and I really enjoyed it. But that was actually the very first time I'd watched it. I had no idea whether I'd like.
That's old Joe Pesci, isn't it?
Yeah, and is De Niro in that?
Was it Steve Buscemi in it as well?
I think so.
I can't remember.
What's his face is in it? I've forgotten his name.
He's a funny-looking bloke, Steve Buscemi, isn't he?
Yeah.
Been in a lot of good films, though.
Mm.
What was another? I don't know what it's nothing connected. I don't know what's popped into my head, and it's a weird film, but I quite liked it. It was Being John Malkovich.
I've not seen it. I've not seen
Bizarre film, really, really strange.
Mm.
But if you want to mess with your head film, along the lines of sort of Butterfly Effect or Donnie Darko or anything like that, you like that kind of thing, give it a go.
Well, I find David Lynch stuff's really sort of like a mindfuck. I don't know if you saw any Twin Peaks. Like, I mean, the original series of Twin Peaks were weird enough, but did you see any of the newer series from a couple of years ago?
Yeah,
that was. I mean, I watched it all. I did enjoy it, but I had no fucking clue what was going on at all. I was just sat there, just like scratching my head every week.
Did you go back and watch the original series?
I had seen the original series not too long before.
Well, I was going to say, because I thought it would make more sense then.
But
no.
Thought so, but not really. I mean, bits will have done, but it's just that. I can't even explain it. Really, it's just so strange. Craig said that was the same sort of issue with the '89 Keaton Batman on special edition DVD sleeve. There's a printing error saying something was on it when it wasn't. Yeah, I hate it when that happens, and you expect something and there isn't. But it was when the Blu-ray was released.
I got the DVD box set of the Batman, and that had the special editions in it, director's cut. But that was most of it was the what's his face? The last two films. The one that
the ones no one likes. I mean, I think the Schumacher ones, yeah.
Because 3, I think Tim Burton did have a bit to do with it, and then he got kicked off or something.
Yeah. He's in the credits somewhere, not as direct, like maybe like a co-producer or something. Because I think he wasn't involved in much of it. Yeah, I think you're right. Rachel's currently watching the new Dracula. Oh, the BBC thing. I've not bothered with that.
I've just read a bit about Leroy about American Gods.
Me and Abby started watching American Gods. That was proper weird. We stopped watching it when this woman was having sex with his gun and she shrunk him and put him in a fan. Oh dear. As well, I ought to.
You want to find that? Preacher's a good show, and The Boys is a good show.
In that at all.
I've got to still catch up with season 3. I haven't watched all of season 3 yet. I keep forgetting. With Arseface in it, even though they don't call him Arseface.
Yeah.
Eugene.
How lovely of them to name a character after you, Jason.
Yeah, but that's Garth Ennis for you. That's where he does stuff like that. I told her one of the first things I ever read.
When he said, "God, that little git talks out of his arse." Oh, hang on, that's giving me an idea.
No, the Garth Ennis, he's Irish because this is all DC Comics stuff. They're horror line, and he's an Irish writer. So I don't know why, but his humor's like really, really dark. One of the first things I ever read was Hitman. Right, nothing to do with the game. It's a completely different character. And anyway, this guy's obviously shot somebody, and Batman's after him, chasing him over the rooftops. Batman catches up with him and punches him in the stomach. And he goes, "I knew I shouldn't have had that curry last night." And he throws over the front of Batman's uniform. The Batman's like, and then chins him again.
No, if you need
Brilliant.
Corey, they should have done some shart joke in there.
Sharks, yeah.
Yeah,
Well, they wouldn't have.
come on. When you think Corey, you think the other end really.
Yeah. Well, there's plenty of probably shit related jokes in his other stuff.
Oh, James has got the arse face pop. I saw. Where did I see that recently? I think that was one of those that would buy one get one free at Pop in a Box.
The other thing.
Did anyone else get it? It was only on the app. If you got the Pop in a Box app, it was buy one get one free.
Yeah, I can't remember what I got now. I did get something.
Oh, what, yesterday?
Sorry? Not yesterday. This is a while back.
Oh, they did it.
They've done it before.
Mm.
My Godzilla Pop that I got that free from Pop in the Box.
I found a couple that one I'd like, but it'd mean fine. I'd want to get the rest of the range, and most of them are vaulted and just stupid money. And the other one was kind of, I can't remember what the other one was. It was like a bit of an thing. And I'd changed my mind. I just cleared my basket. I thought I'm just getting the sake of it.
Is that if you like resubscribe or something?
No, that was if you get the app on your phone or your tablet. It was like
right.
It was like a code that could only work via the app.
Wish I'd known. I would have gone off for that.
Let me check, see if it's still. I get the feeling it was like a 24-hour thing, but
yeah, probably
it's still going. I'll
I mean,
check.
probably nothing I want, but they're going to offer freebies.
I don't think it's going anymore. Looking at it.
Joker was a good film. I like the new Joker film. It's different.
I've not seen that. I'd like to see it though.
Yeah, I won't spoil it but yeah, it's worth watching. I think anyway. Better than some of the other DC movies that are out there.
No, I think that buy one. I should have mentioned it in one of the chat.
That's why it doesn't matter, mate. This is why I keep saying about that group that we got. I know I haven't done anything in there much.
Oh well, yeah. Thing is, you were wanting some like proper reviews, and I would like to do some, but for some, that notes function, it only works on PC, so I'd need to fire my laptop up and set my stall out for that.
Yeah. Well, if you can do them and send them to me, I'll post them for you. For that matter.
Well, yeah, I suppose.
Whichever. It's but it's only if people see offers. It's not just this is a good company. I'll use these people. It's like Toys for £1. They got like new pops in.
Yeah.
Right, because my mate Lee. I don't know. I can't remember if you know Lee P.
I've seen him around. I don't know him as
Lee
each other, but I
Lee
know
P
him.
from Lee P Sprogs. Anyway, I've known him for quite a while now. And he's always let me know of deals and stuff and that happy. That's how I found out about a lot of those minifigures.
Craig says, if anyone else has the others, you would love the rest of the Saved by the Bell pops. You've got in Screech, like the really rare one as well. Oh, I did see. Where did I see some Saved by the Bell? And they weren't too badly priced recently. Oh,
I never thought they'd be that expensive. Surely.
Well, they've all been vaulted now. The Screech one in particular is like quite valuable now, I think.
All right, fair enough.
Oh, where did I see? Wow, bloody hell! I saw Saved by the Bell somewhere not long ago, Craig, and I can't think where it was.
It's all my pops, which were nothing.
In the last week, I think it was. I saw them. I don't think it was Amazon, because I wouldn't have been looking for them on Amazon. It was somewhere else.
I'll have a look at my list a minute. I just trying to remember what my valuable pop was, because most of mine aren't worth an awful lot. 20, 30 quid's not going to be sneezed at, but nothing amazing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, well, I don't. If I get pops, if I like them,
yeah, totally.
That's going to be, that's going to be worth a load of money. That doesn't.
But no, just out of curiosity.
Yeah. I mean, I know at the moment the valuation of my total collection it has gone over £2,000 now, which I never thought I'd get to that sort of value.
Yeah, I know, it's ridiculous, isn't it?
But the valuation, I think on the Funko app they're not particularly accurate. It's like for US sales really, and even then I think it's a little bit iffy. and B, like you see the valuations fluctuate. Like the Shinsuke Nakamura pop, I screenshotted it at like £11, but when I checked today, it's like at £14. So it's like, well, you can't. I don't know. It's weird. But yeah, it's annoying me that I can't think where I saw. I think it was a couple of the Saved by the Bell. It might be Lisa Turtle and maybe one of others.
That's something else I like to see in that little group, is like people putting their wants list down and we sort of like hunt out for each other, not buy them, but just say, "Oh, I've seen so and so and so."
Oh, you got Street Hawkins Bazaar. Ah. Yours is Luna Wiggler. Yeah, it's a nice one. That Luna Lovegood. Yeah, I remember your
Hawkins Bazaar closed down.
Oh, what's his name? Dewey. He was like that Luna Lovegood for ages. Yeah, he's still palling up with Nonsorama.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
Yeah,
he doesn't mention anything to me, and I don't
ask. No, he won't do, because like he's just a bloody apologist, isn't he?
Oh, they've changed the layout of the pop tracker. That's weird. Why have they done that for then? Yeah, mine apparently is worth $3,500 worth of pops.
James's most valuable is the Rush 3-pack with the Canadian Expo sticker. Oh, yeah.
I'm looking.
That'd be a nice set, that, with that sticker. And if it goes, it could go. Yeah, the drummer. Was it yesterday or the day before he passed away?
Yeah, top 10. And mine is the time machine from Back to the Future. Worth 65 on it.
The PPS value, wow, $5,388, 380 pops of them. Bloody hell. Well, yeah, I think you've been collecting a lot longer than I have, though, James.
Yeah.
You probably like more lines than me, so I say I can't see myself getting to 300. I didn't see myself getting to nearly 200, but I think that's what I'm.
Yeah,
that's what
mine.
I mean, I Orbs and vinyl 2-packs because it's just easier to include everything on there on the Funko app. But my collection 175, but that includes Dorbs and vinyls, and the total value at the moment is £2,029.
How many have you got listed that you're after?
My wish list there's only 30 on it at the moment.
I've got 181.
There's more that I ought to add to it. Really, it's just like a bit.
I've not updated mine for a while.
Well, yeah, you might have some that are still on your wish list, but that's what better just kind of just do it. I know there's a few icons that I've not added to my wish list yet, but thing is, you can't share you can't share your wish list properly like you used to be able to on Stashpedia. So
yeah, I didn't really use Stashpedia much. I want one that's UK based.
I liked Stashpedia, and then like not long after, sort of, I was really getting into collecting. It was like, oh, they changed it all. It was like, oh, that's shit now.
Yeah. Well, it's all the Funko app now, isn't it?
Yeah.
No, I don't really rate that, to be honest.
I mean, that's what I'm going off, like, for my collection and everything. And it's not. I wouldn't say it's the most accurate thing, really. Well, it's just the most convenient for me, really. I want them to bring out the Pop Directory app for iOS, because that's meant to be good.
Well, I want a Pop Price Guide marketplace for the UK market, because you go on there and they've got some really, really cheap pops, but they're not available in the UK. Stuff that I want, like the Dewback, the Star Wars Dewback. With a Stormtrooper on it. I'd love to get that. Jabba the Hutt.
Price's one in wrestling collection is the original Undertaker. Yeah, Rach, that's a relatively valuable one, in comparison to a lot of them, certainly. Your Craig's is 4.2 to 4.3 grand in pounds since, like, bloody hell. Wow, 322 in total. Over 1,000 wish list. Oh God! Before I wished for 1,000 pops, I'd wish for a bloody big man.
Can you see my sofa? Can you see my sofa?
like bloody over a year now.
Yeah, but I've taken stuff off, put that away, and then got more stuff in. So that's probably from about the last 4 months.
Sitting on me. You'd be triggering all sorts of OCDs if I were visiting your house. Although, obviously, if I was visiting your house, I would be having to wear a gas mask first. Just for my own safety, obviously.
Oh, yeah, obviously. Yeah.
On that note, on that bombshell.
Yes.
I'm
going to end it.
I want to have a drink and maybe watch either a bit of YouTube or a bit more of the WWE Network, another
Fair play, man.
Before I go to bed. But
well, it is getting late, isn't it?
That's been a lot of fun tonight, just doing a general stream. And it was nice for Dale to come on. Hopefully, if we do this again at some point, we might see more familiar faces. I know Frampton said earlier on that Abby's not feeling her best today, so
if you're
to make noise, so.
If you're happy to set up a game sometime as well, I'll have to have a look online and see what's available multiplayer, because I don't understand quite how you can stream it and play online at the same time. I don't understand how it works.
Yeah. Cheers, Framp. Thank you, mate. Give our love to Abby tomorrow or whenever it is that you'll speak to her next. Hope she's doing all right. I know she's.
Cheers, Lee.
Thank you, Craig.
No more climbing up ladders.
For sticking with us. It's been nice chatting to you both. I really appreciate you coming in.
Thank you, guys.
For the chat and that. And you think he's fallen asleep. And thank you as always, Rach. And obviously, I think we've got the Royal Rumble stream in it'll be about in 2 weeks today, won't it? Really? So
we'll
have to discuss that a bit nearer the time. Definite times.
See you doing your wonderful.
The hype. You know what? I was thinking of not doing any of them this year because I don't know how much difference they make, like with viewers, and it's the nice little videos, but they're surprisingly time consuming.
Yeah, what's up to you, mate?
I think I only started doing them because I was just short of some videos to record. And I thought, I can do a little trailer for the stream. And then I felt the need to do one every time after that. But I'll see. I might end up doing one.
It's up to you, mate.
I don't know. But it doesn't make no difference to the actual stream. I mean, that'll still go ahead regardless. It's just I don't know.
I think most people that know us knows we can do it.
Said, go away. Thank you, Jack Nairn. We were just about to.
But it's up to you, mate. At the end of the day, it's because it's on your channel, obviously.
I'll see, but obviously,
how much promotion you want to give it?
We're going ahead with the actual streams.
Yeah, we have a laugh, whatever, don't we?
So Craig, James, obviously that the Rumble show. I think it'll probably be around 8 p.m. in 2 weeks' time. So you'll if you've got your notifications on and everything when we're on. So
I've got an idea. Well, I won't do it now, but there's an idea with the Rumble predictions I want to discuss with you later.
Well, yeah, okay.
All right then.
Right. Anyway, thank you, everyone. Cheers, all.
Thank you, Jimmy.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Bye.